I'm causing mayhem every motherfucking Mondays from now on, and I want y'all to bring it. No, you got your man out there doing bigger and better things, okay? And I blame, Trey asked a good question. How did it get so bad? I blame y'all. Because y'all been sitting on the fucking sidelines, letting these women do this bullshit, not setting boundaries, not telling women no, fuck off. And that's why we do what you allow us to do. You are one I love to hate and hate to love, but at the end of the day, I love you, baby girl. Come on the panel, let's go, please. Let's go. You're going to be in market, but you might go back limping. What's going on? What's going on to all my embracers on the Black Man Unfiltered Network? How you doing, guys? Y'all know what it is. It's Monday Night Mayhem tonight, and we getting in some mayhem because I'm digging in y'all ladies tonight, as usual. But it is what it is because you know what? Your ass don't qualify. But with that being said, make sure you guys press the like buttons, like and subscribe, support the network by dropping super chats, support the content creator by dropping a Cash App, and make sure that you go to their channels whenever we're on Black Network Unfiltered to like their video on their channels because we got to push the algorithm on everybody else's channel. Of course, on the Black Man Unfiltered Network because we on here 7 days a week, baby, putting that work in. For you, a lot of different topics, a lot of different people, a lot of different styles of content creators. So I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. And you guys can find me, of course, on my channel, Embrace the Grace. You guys can find me here every Monday and Tuesday night. I have a show here, Monday Night Mayhem, on a panel. I'm flipping tables on Tuesday. Thursdays, I do a show on my channel, JVJ Network, and wherever else I tend to pop up because I'm all over these YouTube streets trying to make change, trying to bring positivity, trying to teach people to do better because when you know better, you do better and we become better versions of ourselves. Okay? I know a lot of y'all don't like me. I know a lot of y'all think I ain't shit, but that's okay. That's okay. I'll be that. I'll be that. Because you know why? I have the fucking courage to say what I want to say. I get on camera. I'm not a keyboard warrior. I'll tell you like it is. And again, I'm going to put this out here. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. But if it triggers you, then you better take a mirror out and do some deep soul searching and internalize shit that's going on with you. Because y'all got one more time and y'all through. Shout out to Freezy and stuff because I got that from him. Okay, so what are we talking about tonight? I know that this has been docked down, shot down, talked about because, when there's a topic, I tell you, boy, you streets don't know what they take it and they run with it like Forrest. Run, Forrest, run. And sometimes I don't tend to jump on that bandwagon because there's enough of y'all talking about that topic. And sometimes I don't feel that I can bring any enlightenment to that topic. But this one right here, I'm cooking tonight. I'm cooking with sofrito y recaíto, y yo estoy haciendo una carne guisada con arroz y bichuela. That's what I'm doing tonight. Yeah. Y'all got that Dominican out in me tonight. So my thing is, this man went on a dating show and things happened. Things were said. My thing is the damn aftermath. And it's going to show just how vindictive, malicious, evil, childish, immature women can be. And shout out to Mr. Let Go. I don't like a lot of times the shit that he says, but you know what? He's right. He's right sometimes. Women do act like fucking children. Y'all are big ass babies. Y'all claim y'all so strong and independent and keep hope alive. But as soon as somebody says something that you don't like, y'all crumble. Y'all crumble. So how strong are you really? How independent are you really? I mean, come on, ladies. Come on. So we're going to start by watching the video, and we're going to stop it, and we're going to talk about it, because this hurt me. This hurt me because I'm out here trying to talk to the guys and telling them, you know, y'all need to get off the sidelines. Y'all need to get in the game. If you want change, you got to make change. Nothing changes if you don't change nothing. And so when men do speak up, when men do display leadership skills, because that's what y'all say y'all want. Y'all want a leader, y'all want a protector, y'all want a provider, you want all this yippity yap. But as soon as a man like that come on the scene, the sign language is off the chain. So let's get into it. Let's watch the show. Crumble faster than a sandcastle getting swept away by the ocean. Exactly. Exactly. You say you're strong and independent, but in the same breath, you want a man to pay all your bills. I mean, I'm confused. I really am. Y'all say, this? Here we go.
All right. If we can have your name.
My name's Aaron.
Aaron, how old are you?
Ma'am, I'm 29.
29. Okay.
Yes.
And what do you do?
I'm a licensed plumber.
Okay. Very cool.
Yes.
And now, what do you look for in a woman?
I look for a woman that's not promiscuous and has a career going for herself.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And now, what are some of your deal breakers?
Deal breaker, being promiscuous, not cleanly, don't have a career, nothing really going for yourself.
Okay. All right. So we did get a pop balloon. Let's go ahead and go on over there and see what's going on.
Yes.
Can we stop it right here, gentlemen?
All right. If we can have your name and age and why you popped your balloon.
Hi.
Okay. The reason why I want to...
I'm 24.
The reason why I want... Go ahead. The reason why I wanted to stop this video is because the man is a licensed plumber. And if anybody of y'all know, licensed plumbers make good money. But of course, because it's not in a glamorous or extravagant, flamboyant job, a lot of women will overlook him. Because he's a plumber. Okay? Then he was very clear on what he looks for in a woman. He doesn't want a promiscuous woman. He wants a clean woman. And he wants a woman to have some shit going on in her life. And I get it. Why not? Why is he not allowed to have those standards? Why not? What's so wrong with that? I mean, come on now. Let's see some of the comments, guys, because they're already starting. So you know, I just want to address some of them real quick. I'm not going to stay on them too long, and we got some super chats already coming through. And yes, we are going over this again because I'm going on a different angle. He comes across as creepy, so we'll get overlooked. So you are going specifically just off of looks. You don't even give the man a chance to talk or anything. So, okay, it is what it is. He looks creepy. Okay, if you say so. Apparently that guy lied. What did he lie about? Okay, because anything after the show is bullshit. Okay. A man can't even go on a dating show and be in peace on going on the dating show without people trying to dox him. If that woman was really in real estate, she know how essential plumbers are. Thank you, Milani. You see, Milani, you look at things the way I look at things. Exactly. Of real estate. Half the shit I don't even believe what people say that they do. I've never heard the word entrepreneur so much in my life. But hey, to each his own. It is what it is. I'm nobody here to judge, but you can tell when somebody's talking and they know what they're doing and what their industry is. Okay, so again, let's keep that in mind. He wants a non-promiscuous woman. He wants a clean woman. And he wants a woman that has something going on for herself, because he don't want her up underneath him all day and all night and have no life. So with that being said, let's go. Let's keep going.
The balloon property. Got you. For me, it just did not work. I didn't feel like I had chemistry or I wasn't fully attracted to you. And I feel like that counts if we were going to be going through a dating show, you know?
Yes, the feeling is definitely mutual. So that's okay. Yeah. Thank you. You did me a favor.
You know, absolutely. Yeah. I'm glad you have a great day.
Thank you, Queen. You too.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead. All right. We got to pop over here. If we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping your balloon.
Hi, my name is Tiara. I'm 22.
Okay. And why did we end up popping our balloon?
The comment you made didn't really. I like a more humble person. That's the one that responds. So defensive-ish. Yeah, that's really it. I didn't really necessarily like
that's
how you
fine.
responded.
Hey, I could just all I can do is be honest.
I mean,
you know,
yeah, be honest.
I
Be your
came
authentic
over
self.
here
That's okay.
to find a match.
Sure.
That wasn't matching. That's
sure,
all, Queen.
I 100% understand.
Yes,
yeah,
ma'am.
Sure.
Okay. And now is she someone that's your type?
She all right. You know, you're not really my type. I don't mean to be disrespectful.
No disrespect.
You know, but if I see you in public, I wouldn't reach out to.
Totally fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right. And we did get a pop balloon over here. Your name and age and why you ended up popping your balloon.
I'm Lex, and I'm 23, and I popped my balloon because I feel like you could be a tad bit disrespectful, like how you, like, I don't know, arrogant a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah, just that.
Well, voicing my opinion is not arrogant. You know, she asked me if she would be a good fit for me. If I like what I see, you know, it's contrary to the truth. So
of course.
That's all I can do is just state what I see. That's not a good look for me. That's all, Queen. But thank you. You did me a favor as well.
Yeah. Also, what I have to say is it's not what you say. This is what I mean by what I said. It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Yes.
You could have rephrased a lot of the things that you have been saying to me as well as the other girls differently. But that's all I have to say.
But one thing about me is I'm not going to change who I am
Of course.
to fit somebody else's liking. You know, I'm just going to tell it how it is. If you're not it, that's not it. You know,
Cool.
The one that is it, I'm going to let it be known.
Okay.
You know, for surely, yes.
Respectful.
Can we stop it right here, gentlemen, please?
Your name and age and why you ended up popping your balloon.
Brianna, 26.
Okay, so let's talk about this. Why is it, be ladylike, Grace, be soft and lovely. Who are these women to tell and dictate a man on how he should talk? Yes. Was he rude? Absolutely. Was he abrasive? Yeah, he's rough around the edges. But who are y'all to tell him how he should talk? I mean, seriously. Y'all don't have no problem saying men ain't shit. Y'all don't have no problem saying broke ass ninjas. Y'all don't have no problem saying, oh, he too short. Do y'all see how some of y'all be talking? Can I just address the fact that it's a shame that any man has to say that he wants a woman to be clean? Facts. That should be a given. But evidently, in the world that we living in right now, these girls want all of this and are boss chicks, but don't even know how to wash their ass. And y'all could go check out the show that I did on my channel on the importance of hygiene. And I even took out a washcloth and demonstrated, not personally, how you should be washing that cootie cat. Yup, I did that. If y'all want to see the tutorial, go to my channel and watch that show. But my thing is why does a man have to walk around shells around y'all? Why does a man have to think about what he says? But then you say you want a man to express himself. You want a man to say his thoughts. But now you want to dictate on how he should say it. And I agree with the lady in the black dress. It's not what you say, it's how he says it. I totally, wholeheartedly agree with that. But at the end of the day, this man can talk however the fuck he wants to. Who are y'all to tell a man how he should talk and conduct himself? Half of y'all women don't even know how to talk properly. Don't even know how to have a decent one-on-one conversation with dialogue. But you want to point fingers at a man just because he was voicing his opinion? Yes, was he voicing his opinion harshly? Was he being a jerk? Well, you did me a favor. Let that shit ride. Are y'all that sensitive? But y'all want to be tough, strong, and independent. But look how quick y'all melt like butter. Got your feelings all hurt. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? You guys don't know what he comes across as creepy, so he would get overlooked. Okay, so he comes across as creepy. Honestly, it does not matter for black women. I can't speak. I can't speak for them. All I know is that I know that they just not just any man will do. And I'm not saying that any man should do. But damn, you haven't even, because he looks creepy. What makes him look creepy? You haven't even heard him talk yet. You haven't even gotten to know him. You're judging a book by its cover. If you don't have swag or drip, that balloon is popping. And that's why a lot of these bitches are going to go home and buy a dog and die alone. And winter is going to come for them. And then they're going to be on the internet crying in their 40s and their 50s and their 60s, talking about they're alone, like Vivica Fox, talking about where all the good men are. I mean, seriously, guys, I'm doing this and I'm saying all this because y'all women are fucking crazy and confused because you don't know what you want. You want a man to take leadership. You want a man to voice his opinion. You want a man to express his thoughts. And then when he does it, it's a problem. He can talk how he wishes, just not on the dating shows trying to get women he might offend. So what? So what? How many times have women offended men? Do you defend them? So what? Are your feelings that sensitive? And you get offended just that quickly? So the fuck what? So what? See, y'all put so much emphasis on such frivolous shit that you don't really look at what really matters. That's all I'm trying to say. Oh, he looks creepy. Oh, he's this, he's that, he's this. But you don't even know him. All that shit that he said wouldn't have bothered me. You should see that he's trying to get clout. He's trying to be a jerk purposely. So by you entertaining it and feeding into it, you are stroking his ego even more. Don't you understand that, ladies? A no response is a response. That's exactly what he wanted. He is doing it on purpose to push y'all buttons, and it worked. It worked. And it worked so quickly and so easily. But y'all keep saying that y'all be strong, independent. We don't need no man. We could do everything by ourselves. But look how little words make you crumble like a cookie. Here we go. Travel, put that comment up from Travel One. Young Money said, damn, Grace, sound like what men say, confused and don't know what y'all want. Exactly. Travel One said, why are you coddling him, Grace, and his unnecessary rudeness to women? Women do not have to protect a man's ego. Okay, so why are you coddling women and when women are fucking rude as hell, Travel One? Why don't you say something like that? Why is it that you always go against the man, but you never call out women on their behavior? That's what I want to know. Okay, and let's stay on topic, everybody, because we're not going to deviate from this. Okay, we're not going to talk about the men. Okay, we're not. I mean, we're not going to talk about the women tonight. I am talking about the man tonight. Okay. Hey, Grooming and Reviews, how you doing tonight, my babe?
What's going on, honey?
That beer looking good, baby. That beer looking good. Looking good. What's up, Trey? I'm glad you up here because I know that you agree a lot with me, you know, and I know you see what I'm trying to see, but let's very quickly, guys, say HQ, go take a nap, ma'am. Salute to the stream in the chat. Well, I don't know what HQ said, but it's probably something out of pocket or rude, just like this man is, but it's okay. Women can do it and not get called out. But Peter, what say you?
I think he's an ego motherfucker, to be honest with you. Because I seen men like that, different cultures, jacked up to the T, coming in, barely can wipe their asses, saying, you know, they think they're hot shit because they're jacked up. And, you know, I'm not saying, you know, he's completely in the wrong. He's also in the right. If he feels a certain way, you should be able to express yourself. If he wants a certain look, please, kudos for you, because that's the look you're going for. Like when I had my long hair, you know, I had, 16 inches down to here, but people don't know the backstory. Why is he like that? Get to know the person before you judge the book before the cover. The old saying.
Exactly, but I'm a little bit confused. So you say the guy's a jerk? So you're going? I'm going
50-50.
He's a jerk because he exercises?
No. I'm not saying that. The way he comes off, I'm saying. I'm like, he could come off a little different. You know what I'm saying?
Well, then if he came, go ahead.
Grace,
of course.
What is the issue with people wanting to tell other people how they should act? What is that? You don't get to tell me how to fucking act. If I go to the gym and I put in the work and I decide that I want to be arrogant, there ain't a goddamn thing you can do about it because I earned it. I did something that your sloppy, lazy, fat ass is not doing, which is being dedicated and disciplined by going to the gym. You don't get to tell me how I should act. Why is it that when rich people get rich, people tell them they should be humble? No, motherfucker, he ain't got to be humble. He worked hard to get there. I don't have a problem with arrogant people because in most cases, they earned it. They earned the right to get to that point. Like, I hate this, oh, well, you need to come down to our level. Because, see, I'm not physically fit like you, so, you know, you're probably crazy. No, he probably just enjoys working out.
I mean, I'm gonna have to agree with Trey. I mean, women are so quick to correct men, but God forbid a man corrects a woman, the whole world is coming to an end. And that's what I'm trying to really like put out here. You know, as rude as women are, and arrogant and bougie, but let a man do it, it's a problem. And it gets even more serious because y'all know what happened. Go ahead, let's continue to play the video.
My eyes are up here, baby. Are you looking at the tattoo?
No, I'm looking at the hair on your arms. You know, women I deal with, they don't have hair on their arms.
Don't do too much.
Hey, I'm just being honest,
Don't do too much.
You know, I don't like that.
Why can't he do too much?
You trying to say if I'm looking at particular body parts,
you just wasn't looking at my eyes.
What it is.
That's
no, I was
all
looking at the hair on your
Anyways,
arms, Queen.
she asked me the question.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm in heels and you ain't tall enough.
Okay.
Don't do too much.
Well,
though.
you're not qualified, baby.
That's
so that's
cool.
all good.
Let's move on. Okay. So we do still have 3 unpop, but she looking like you gonna pop? Okay. Okay. All right. If we can have your name and age
Another
and why
one.
you ended up popping.
My name is Jacqueline. I'm 25. I popped because I have hair on my arms.
Hey, just because you got hair on your arms, that's okay though, Queen. You look phenomenal though.
Thank you.
You know, she ain't fit to my liking. She ain't even fit to. Hey, excuse me, Queen. I'm talking to this woman right here. Oh,
See,
well, I could look
A and
anyway.
B conversation.
I could look
See your
anyway.
ass out of
I
it.
could look any way I want to.
You're irrelevant
You know?
right now,
But
and
yeah,
she's still
can y'all
talking.
give her balloon back though?
She don't want it.
Yeah, do you want your
Look.
balloon back, Queen? We're not talking to you, sweetheart. You already been. I already let you know. I'm not interested in. You got more hair on your arms than me, baby. But anyways,
Okay, so he's saying get your balloon back, but how you feeling him?
I'm not going to get my balloon back.
okay.
All right, no problem. So we do still have 2 balloons.
Yes.
Do we still have 2 balloons? No. Okay, let's go over here. I saw you hesitate. That's why I had to ask. So if we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping.
My name is Kayla. I'm 23. Originally, I was not gonna pop my balloon because I know a lot of them.
Here go the
popped it
sign
because he was
language.
being, I guess, arrogant.
When things don't go
But
a
to
woman's
me,
way.
I like my man that's not gonna sit in every girl's face and complimenting them. So I didn't find that offensive to me. But when they started what was going on, I'm very I don't want to say I'm argumentative. But I don't want my man to argue back with me because then I feel like it's gonna always be a problem. That was the only reason why.
Oh, but you can argue with your man, but the man can't argue with you.
With me,
Get
you
the
kind of got
fuck
a little
out of
bit
here. Put him in a body
catty
bag.
with me. You a little sassy, just a little bit. And since you want to come at everybody over here, I'm gonna get at you too. You kind of look like a Ninja Turtle. You're not that cute. You need to relax. You stocky as hell. And I was trying to be respectful, but you was really coming out I didn't like it. I'm from the South and I can handle a lot of criticism and stuff like
So
that.
if you
but
didn't like it, shut
the way
the
you was
fuck up
coming, you just ain't like you
and
got
keep
it
it
all like that.
moving.
And I guarantee you probably got a roommate at home and it's just not giving anymore.
Look at the
Well,
shame.
let me say this,
Look at
Queen.
the
I'm a
insult.
licensed plumber.
I do real estate and property
I
management.
live
So what you
downtown.
do ain't
I live
nothing compared to
downtown.
me.
I stay by myself, Queen. And you're not even qualified to be even
You
dealing
say
with me.
everybody not qualified.
You definitely not. If anything, it was one of these two. I wasn't
Exactly,
even looking
Corey.
your way. You
And
ain't
the one
my
that you
type.
wanted popped
If I
out
seen you,
alone.
that's fine.
So what?
That is totally fine.
Okay.
But one thing about me, I could pull 100,000 on the bank. Can you do the same?
Get this
yeah,
man
you can't
off
do
camera
that.
right
You
there.
can't do that
Let's
though,
move
baby.
on.
Yeah,
Let's
in a real
move on.
way. You
Let's
can't
move
do
on.
that though, Queen.
All right, if we can have your name and age.
Hi, I'm Esther. I'm 23.
Okay. And Esther, you still have your balloon unpopped. Why so?
Are you done?
Oh yeah, I'm done with the rest of that.
Okay. Okay, now we can talk, right?
In a real way.
Okay. What do you look for?
What
are you looking for?
A woman, like I said, that's not going to be promiscuous. A woman that's going to be consistent. A woman that has a career and things going for herself. Because I had the same thing going for myself.
Okay.
As well. I don't need a woman to give me her money or anything. I'm just looking for devotion and some loyalty. That's all. And some honesty.
Do you believe in God?
Oh, certainly. Yes, ma'am. I'm a God-fearing man. I practice monotheism. I won't tell you what I identify as religion-wise, but we can get to that at a later date and time, if you choose to leave here with me.
Okay. Do you know the Bible says that love is kind?
Yes, certainly.
Are you here for love or are you here to just insult
I'm trying to
everyone?
create a family,
Okay.
That's what I aspire to do.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
You're good?
Sure, we're good.
Oh, okay. All right. Any questions for her?
No, not at all.
Oh. Do you have any kids?
No, I don't.
Do you want kids?
I do. You
How old
gonna
are
give
you
me
again?
some? Huh?
How old are you?
I'm 29. How old are you?
23.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. We might as well get up out of here right now.
Well, let's
Yeah.
step on over here. Let's step that way real quick for me. Step that way.
Okay.
All right. So it seems like there's a little vibe here. So is it going to be a yes for you for him?
God says save souls, so yeah.
Oh, and is it a yes for you
That's
for her?
gonna be a hell yes for me.
Okay, we got a match. All right, let me take this mic and y'all can go on off. Okay.
And look, even with all that rudeness, all that BS, he still walked away with one of the flyest females on the panel.
If you
Y'all
actually
two-
listen to him, more
Go
he
ahead.
listen to him, more he's just very blunt. He know what he wants, and he's not gonna settle for a second. So
Yeah, but women don't
more-
like that. Women don't like
Absolutely.
that because
Absolutely.
after this show, Peter, you know what happened? They called his job over 500 times and got him fired. Are y'all women really?
Eddie?
Yeah. Let me take a drink because this is the type of shit that really bothers me. He claimed he can pull 100K out the bank and then threw up the GoFundMe as soon as he lost his job. And so what? How many y'all lie? Look at the brick lady. So what? Did you bring that up, PH Diva? Did you talk about how the brick lady lied her ass off? I bet he got more money than you. Me.
Wait, his GoFundMe is legit because he was let go, and that's a problem. But the brick lady fabricated an entire story.
Exactly.
Stole money and was charged. And yeah, all right. The community's done. The community's done, bro. This is over. Like, we're just like, this man actually lost his job as a result of people essentially harassing his employment. It's essentially what it was. It's harassment. And he lost his job as a result of that. And yeah, he's looking for assistance. That's a legit reason to actually ask for assistance. That's crazy.
But you see what I'm saying? When a woman does something, nobody wants to call out that bullshit. But as soon as a man does it, it's a problem. You want to go straight for the jugular. You want to hit that man in his pocket because y'all couldn't handle a little few harsh words. Nah, women, y'all the pussies. Y'all the soft ones, the children. Words hurt me so much. I'm going to go call his job and get him fired. First lady was not rude. He was in his feelings when she told him she was not attracted and didn't want to waste his time. The other girls were rude. But be that as it may, he was stalking his ex while working in a work truck. That's why he got fired. That's not why he got fired. Okay? That's not why he got fired. So don't even try even bring that bullshit. Actually, he don't have money than me. I can pull more than 100K out the bank and don't have to work. If you say so, PH Diva, whatever. You could say whatever. Let me see it. Let me see a bank statement. Then I'll believe you. But until then, all that bullshit is frivolous to me. Show me the money.
The question behind that, is that welfare or is it actually her own money?
I don't know. I'm not even going there. Okay.
She's a trash individual anyway. So who cares? Move on.
So the thing, I'm surprised she's even here because her Du Bois is on right now at 9:00. But be that as it may, the fact that because ladies did not like the way he carried himself and said what he said, y'all have the fucking audacity to go call this man's job and make him lose his job. And then, of course, now you want the ex-girlfriends coming out for clout. Why did she come out before? Why did she say none of this before? That's just for clicks and views and clout. You had that man in your house only after 2 months with children. What does that say about you? Do you think if he was a wealthy, well-spoken, a rapper with gold in his mouth, smelling like weed, y'all would be okay with that? I mean, I'm serious, guys. And people, you're absolutely right, Milani. This man is trying to do something with his life, and y'all always like to try to bring up the past. Like none of y'all got a past. Some of y'all fuckers got cemeteries, let alone skeletons in your closet. So quick to point fingers.
Everybody has demons in their closets. They're eventually going to come out, but is how you react to them. That way that they're calling his job and getting fired. Me personally, okay, you got me fired? Cool, okay. Now you're going to hear from my lawyer with a lawsuit or harassment.
Trevor once said men lie, and this fake plumber lied. Women lie. What's your point, Trevor One? Women lie. People lie. Everybody lies. What is your point? Does that still warrant for somebody to call their job 500 times and get them fired? I mean, it's come to the point where a man doesn't even want to get in an elevator with a woman being scared or being accused of something. That's how uncomfortable hyenas and heifers have made it for men. The same men that built our world for us to be comfortable in. The same man that made that fucking envelope so your fat ass ain't got to go up 14, 15 flights of stairs. He can't even get on there with you because he's nervous about getting in trouble, or the Me Too movement. What's up? Let's talk with JVJ. I mean, I don't know if you're gonna side with me or you're gonna side with you know. So go ahead. What say you, JVJ?
Nah, I agree with you. Like, there is a little bit of speculation on whether he actually lost his job or not. But what he did when he went on there, and that's one thing that really irritates me. A lot of the ladies had an issue with what he said to the women, but they don't have a problem with what the women said to him first. Because
Exactly.
all he did was respond to what was given to him. But it's like, I can slap you in your face, but if you slap me back, it's like, oh, how dare you? It's like, you slapped me first.
And that is what I'm trying to bring here tonight. Is like, if you can't take the heat, then don't dish it. And no, Moxie, I'm not mad. This is how I am on my shows. And if you don't like it, you can go kick rocks.
Grace,
Okay, I have nothing.
Mad.
Grace,
You can be mad. Fuck it.
Grace, the days of black men being a doormat are over.
I know, and I'm happy.
You're not going to say what you want to say to us. You're not going to do what you want to do to us. You're not going to walk all over us.
I'll drink to that.
You're not going to bully us. You're not going to terrorize us. Those days are over. The days of black men just sitting back and not saying anything for fear that something's going to happen to them, those days are
Hallelujah.
over.
Thank God. Okay, he's just going to be a casualty of war. You know what I'm saying? Because in order to change something, something has to change. And there are going to be men that are going to be, what's that other word I'm looking for? Shit. There's going to be casualties of war because this is what we're going through. Men are allowed to say what they want to say, ladies.
Hey, Grace.
What's up?
Tell me if you agree with this or not.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I think everybody would know about this. We all watched Spider-Man growing up. Peter Parker, Tom, whatever, I forget whatever that dude's name is, but it's Uncle Ben. Uncle Ben said, "With great responsibility, well, with great power comes great responsibility." Right? A lot of these ladies want the power, but they don't want any of the responsibility. And what's pissing me off, and literally, I guess somebody will say I'm on my misandry stuff because I'm going to constantly keep, well, not misandry, but misogyny point. I'm going to constantly keep repeating this. Ladies, if y'all don't want to take any accountability while wanting to have all the power, men need to stop listening to you. They need to stop listening to you. Because if we can call out that man for how he responded and you didn't like it, then you also have to be able to call out how those women responded to him.
No, we're not going to do that because the fake sisterhood is going to stick together. That's what they going to do.
Yeah, they do it all the time because, my bad.
No, I was just reading. Do say he going to sue 500 people for harassment. Why not? Women sue for stupid shit. Why not? Why is it wrong when a man does it? This is the whole point. You're just confirming my point, PH Diva. Because women been doing this bullshit. How you gonna go sue somebody after 15 years that you got molested? You want to wait after 15 years? Do that shit right then and there. Don't wait 15 years when the man is at his highest at his career or got money or he's a politician. How do you expect men to respect us if we don't respect each other? If we don't hold each other accountable? If we don't call out bad behavior? And like Trey said, these men are moving different, and I'm happy for it. I'm happy because now the good women will shine better and will be looked upon better, and men are going to be able to differentiate between y'all hyenas and the good women, because y'all be moving like y'all good, but you're really not. Already told you they were rude. First girl was not. Okay, be that as it may, the thing is that this man's job should have never had not one phone call to him. He should have never got fired. It was just a damn dating show. And because of words, y'all gonna crumble and melt like butter.
Bryce,
Y'all
think about
bitches,
that.
y'all bitches
Think
are
of,
soft.
yeah, look, think about that. Like here, that man went on there. He stood up for himself and said some things that maybe some people didn't agree with. He was not disrespectful. That's one thing that we all need to say. He was not disrespectful. And supposedly people went out of their way to try to get that man fired. I literally covered a video the other day where there was a woman that is on the internet talking about abuse men, taunt men, finesse men, get their money. We have Sprinkle bitch still getting fucking subscribers every day. Women don't call her out. But if a man has some type of standard for what he wants and he kind of gives back the same energy that he's receiving, we need to try to get somebody deplatformed, fired. You said it earlier. A lot of these ladies are soft as shit. Like softer than Charmin, softer than goddamn marshmallows. They soft. They're willing to dish out the bullshit, but as soon as they receive it back, they can't take it. They cannot take it. And then it goes into that shaming language. You hate women or you're gay or something like that. And I'm not saying that men don't have things that they need to do better, but ladies, you cannot be the ones out here throwing the first punch and then crying victim.
Yep, and that's what they always do. That's what a lot of women do.
So
that's a lot of people out here doing that.
I want to add something to this.
Go
this
ahead.
happens to a lot of jobs. And you're in HR, right, Grace?
What now?
You said you worked in HR before, right?
No, I'm not HR, but I've been management before, where I've had to deal with employees.
So this you can see where I'm going with this in a minute. This happened to me personally too, and some other men I know. So a girl starts crying to HR for whatever reason. She doesn't like him, or he's not going to give her attention, or all of a sudden he's suspended. Next minute I know he's fired because a woman cried wolf. His word versus hers. 99% of the time, HR is going to take the woman's side.
Yep, and women know this. Women know this, and they use it to their advantage.
So I'm going to tell you a little story. I was at a nursing home fellowship there for 6 months. My mom, businesswoman, I get called in the office. This is a complaint being filed against you, yada, yada. I go, okay, moved on my day. So I phone was squashed right there. Next minute, I know you're getting suspended because they're open a big investigation. Find out this woman wanted my attention. I never showed her time and day. Next minute I know I'm terminated. Obviously, I followed up with a lawyer and everything. But my point is trying to get to, they can cry wolf and get away with it.
Absolutely.
Multiple times. I know several cases like that. Not only me, some other guys like because he didn't want to give her attention, or he didn't want to give her away, whatever the case is. A woman can go, oh, he touched me. He never did. There are no cameras in the kitchen. Her word versus mine. Obviously, most people are not going to get involved because they don't want to get, crossfired. Or the other one, my favorite one, he says something to me, or he's harassing me, or whatever the case is. But again, it goes to where my pack is. He got fired for harassment because people were blowing up the phone. Same concept. If somebody says he did X, Y, Z, and never happened. I'm a big believer you need cameras and microphones in kitchens or anywhere line of work because that's your evidence.
Yeah, and it's crazy. And it's crazy that men have to walk around here on eggshells. Men have to think carefully what to say. And PH Diva talking about, aren't women supposed to be soft? They're supposed to be soft spoken. They're supposed to be not soft and getting their feelings about. And then some of it wasn't even addressed. I bet you if I was up there, he would have told me I'm too fat. He don't like fat chicks. I wouldn't have got mad at him because it's true. Why would I even? I wouldn't have gotten upset. I would have gotten my feelings, but I wouldn't have shown it because we're in a platform. But he ain't lying. I am a chubby girl, and that's not his type. Just like if I was on that show and I see a light skinned dude, I'm gonna pop that balloon right away because I don't do light skinned brothers. I like them dark. Everybody has their preferences, but women or people in general, and I will be doing a show about this, y'all don't know how to deal with rejection. People do not know how to do rejection. What's up, Jake?
PH said, because I think she's being the devil's advocate. She said that women are supposed to be soft.
Yeah.
Then why aren't they?
I'm gonna take a sip on that one.
Why does every woman that comes around, especially when it comes to this internet space, because I noticed that a lot of women act completely different in real life, but when they get on this internet, they act hard as shit.
And
If women are
keyboard
supposed to,
warriors.
yeah, I'm like, if you supposed to be soft, then be soft. Learn your role and play it.
How
Yeah,
how
I
how
understand,
are they gonna be soft? Nobody taught them. Their mamas ain't soft,
but that
and
is true, and that's why
and their grandmamas ain't soft. So they have
that
no
is.
they have no baseline. They have nothing to go to use to say, oh, this is what soft is like.
I agree. Look, I think a lot of people are lost. Just like all the men that the ladies, a lot of younger ladies like to call out, say they don't know how to be men. I agree with them. There are a lot of males, and I like to call them boys, that don't know how to be men. But they come from the position that we're women and we know how to be women. No, it's a bunch of y'all grown ass girls trying to tell a man how to be a man. Like, look,
When you
we
can't even
all,
control your own children, but you want to control a man. You can't
yeah,
even, you don't even have control of your own child. A man checked me once on that, guys. He was like, don't tell me and don't check me when you can't check your own son sometime. And that I sat in that. I'm like, damn, he right. You know what I'm saying? And being called fat is not verbal abuse, PH Diva, if it's true. It's a fact.
Anything
Okay?
that's not kissing a black woman's ass is abuse these days.
pretty much.
If I sat up here and said everything great about black women, nobody would say a word. But the moment I even begin to criticize a black woman, now it's you're sassy, you're being verbally abusive, you
Here,
hate
thank
women,
you.
you're gay. It's all this other stuff. No,
You
it's a
hate your
critique.
mother.
It's a critique. And here's the thing: this is why men generally do better in this world because we get criticized from jump. From the very beginning, we are often getting criticized. So we learn how to deal with it. We learn how to build a callus to being criticized. I can remember as early as playing Pop Warner football being criticized and told I could be better or not paying attention. Being in karate, being criticized. So we get it very early. The issue is with a lot of these women, it's not necessarily about whether or not they're being rejected. The issue here is that they've been socially conditioned and programmed that every man is supposed to bow down and bend the knee to them and kiss their ass. And if you're not saying something nice, then you're saying something hateful. There's no middle ground with modern women anymore. It's just, okay, if you ain't being nice to me, then that must mean you hate me. Wrong. No, I'm telling you that what I see could cause a problem down the line. And I said this before to you, Grace, and I'll end here. You black women are not going to be happy until black men just shut the fuck down and stop talking altogether. Y'all not gonna be happy. You're good for as long as we continue to keep coming on these panels and keep going into these little chat rooms and keep trying to explain this to y'all over and over and over again. But there will come a time where black men are gonna say, you know what? Enough. We're done talking. We've said it for the last 10 years. Y'all ain't listening to us. We're done talking. Then what are you gonna do? Because there's no fun in dancing on the dance floor by yourself. You typically want a dance partner. You want somebody to dance with. And eventually you're going to get to a point where black women are not going to have nobody to dance with. Or y'all going to be out there doing what y'all normally do now, which is dancing with each other. How
Hey,
that work out?
The sad part is like you giving them the surface level of it. Make it even bigger because that's gonna be a problem. It's not even just in the black community. A lot of men are starting to check out. They're starting to check out completely when it comes to our society, not just even the dating. A lot of dudes are checking out. And I'm trying to tell these ladies, like a lot of ladies say, we can run this thing by ourselves. Y'all don't want to be out in 95-degree weather, pouring asphalt. Y'all don't want to be out in 95-degree weather setting up any type of stuff. Y'all would rather be in a office with some AC and in a somewhat low stressful job, possibly dealing with people, not actually dealing with things. These men are starting to check out. Like they thought that passport bro movement was a big thing back in the day. They think that this drizzle shit is just small. No, a lot of men are sick and tired of that shit. And we already know what it is. At least I know what it is. It's the richest men in the world at the very top convincing y'all ladies that y'all are strong and independent and don't need these men. And the only reason they're doing that shit is because they can separate you from us, and then they can have more control. Because the best way that you control people is divide them, and they're dividing and conquering right now. But a lot of our ladies are, as soon as somebody say something fucking nice, y'all run right behind these motherfuckers, and
Nah,
all they're doing is stabbing you in the back at the same time.
nah, Grace. Let's keep
That's
it
like,
100. Let's keep it
Let,
100. The
hold on,
richest
guys.
men.
Football. Hold on, Trey. Let me bring in my beautiful
I know, but
Alicia with her.
let me finish this
Go
thing because
ahead.
it's to what he's saying.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
The richest men have tricked y'all, because if all y'all want the richest men, that means more sex for them. They've tricked y'all. Y'all haven't figured that out yet. Telling y'all to be sexually liberated, telling y'all to go do all these things and go try to get the top tier guys. They're all screwing y'all. All of them. That's why the STD counts is outrageous right now. Because y'all all sleeping with the same men. Y'all ain't figured that out yet.
Yep. Miss Alicia, how you doing, Queen, with your beautiful afro?
Oh, well, how's everyone doing? Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you. I don't know how long you've been watching. You already know that I'm coming from a whole totally different angle on this. What say you?
Well, I caught the last portion of Our Pains live, and I'm just
Mm-hmm.
in this one, and I heard that the plumber was fired.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure why. Why was he fired?
Because these women called his job the next day 500 times and it fired him. And there's two things I want to say on that. His boss is a pussy because he co-signed on that. See, men need to stick together. If that boss would have at least took a look at the video and seen what was really going on, he should have never got fired. But that man was a ponderer for allowing that man to get fired because nothing warrants him from him losing his job. And it's really sad.
He was fired for going on the show?
He was fired because he hurt some females' feelings, and these females crumbled and melted like butter. So what's the best way to hurt a man? Go straight for the jugular. Go straight for the jugular and hit this man's pocket and hit him in where it really hurts. And
well,
this
remember,
just goes,
Grace, it's not
huh?
we don't have a perfect confirm, like we don't have confirmation that he really was fired. That is what he
Oh,
said,
okay.
and he started to go from me, but we don't know that for a fact right now because we don't have any backed up evidence to prove that he was fired.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
was
wanted to
thinking,
let
I'd
you know,
fight that.
Grace.
That's ridiculous.
Dude, them pretty much been exposed. That whole shit was all made up. Like the whole story is they doing stories on it right now. MTR pretty much had to backtrack. He acting weird with MTR now. The whole thing was pretty much a scam.
We don't know
And
if he
I
got fired. That's what I keep hearing. I
and
don't
look,
think he got fired.
even if it is a scam, I don't care. The point is, the fact is that men should not have to feel and walking around eggshells to say what they want. If you're not my type, you're not my type. No, I wouldn't holler at you. You're not my type.
So
And a woman should take it and be okay with it.
so let me give you my pushback on that, right?
Yes,
He
sir.
said something very important in that interview. He said I match their energy. I'm a man. I don't match women's energy. And that's
Yeah,
exactly what he did. So the problem wasn't that he wanted what he wanted or he didn't like these.
there's
It
static.
was
Someone has
he
static.
matched.
Your mic is
Is my
horrible.
mic up? Okay, let me.
I got you, Tommy, on that. You don't match women's energy, but we're kind of living in a time right now where we tell everybody that men and women are equal. And sometimes some dudes, and I'm not saying all the time, because men do need to be men and men need to be stoic, but men actually in this day and time need to open their mouth and defend themselves when they're having conflict with women. I get what you're saying, though. Historically, that's not what a man's supposed to be, but we live in a time where a lot of ladies are straight up disrespectful.
So Tommy, you're telling me that he should have just been quiet and just take it? Did it warn him to be called a Ninja Turtle? Did it warn him? I mean, it was too much. Just keep it
So
moving.
let me keep it solid with you. They were actually respectful in their like in them kind of like not messing with him. And his offense is what kind of turned them up if you watch the video. because even though he didn't quote unquote be offensive, we know what being what do you call that passive aggressive is, and he was very passive aggressive. You like he even tried to say like, oh, it didn't hurt my feelings, but yet you said you matched energy, so it clearly hurt your feelings. You get what I'm saying? So I'm saying, as a certain type of man that I am, I'm not like if you say that you don't want me, I'm gonna carry on. I'm not. He literally was up there almost going back and forth like a kid with one of the women. It's like, bruh, she said she don't want you, move on. So
Now
But
you
she
being
kept
messy.
going.
I give you that.
He was being messy. I agree with you, Tommy.
Yeah, I agree
But
with
she
that too.
kept going too. He wasn't even looking. Oh,
okay,
look up here.
but Grace,
Stop looking at my breast.
but
No, he
Grace,
was looking at her
I'm a
arms.
man. I'm not gonna measure myself up against a woman. If she keeps going, I'm not gonna match that. You can keep going all you want. You're gonna look like the fool here. I'm gonna keep it moving, and that's the point
Yeah.
that I'm saying. Is like I'm
So
not gonna see.
so what should he have done? Because outside of the first woman, I think the first woman was she was cool. What she said was fine. I did think that he kind of went after her a little bit unnecessarily, right? But his response is his response. But the rest of them, I didn't have one accused him for looking at her titty. Like come on, like what is he supposed to do?
So Trey. First of all, we know how women are, and especially in a situation like that, if you're gonna diss one, the other ones are gonna kind of quote unquote try to defend the other ones. Like that's what's gonna happen. So if it's essentially he turned into a woman and it just turned into a scrap fest. Number two is even the chick that you're talking about. In the hood, we know what that looking up and down means. I don't know if you know what that means. I don't know if some of y'all on the panel, but I know what the up and look down means. Like if you do that to a man, we about to swing. I know what the up and look down means.
Yeah,
So
just
we
size
can
up. You sizing them.
exactly. So he can act like that's not what he was doing, but that's exactly what he was doing. Like we
But
got to
are
be
we not on
realistic
the
about what
dating
we're
But
doing.
I'm
show?
but
Are we
but
not on the
No, no, no,
dating
no. Grace,
show?
I'm
Grace,
asking
Grace,
what
Grace.
should he have
If
done?
Yeah,
it's a way of
that's the
looking you up
question,
and
Tommy.
down, huh? Oh,
That's the question though. What should
okay.
he have
Look,
done?
You're saying he shouldn't have matched energy. Fine, I don't disagree with you there. But
yeah,
what should he have done that would have made him not look like a sucker or a punk and having these women walk all over him?
exactly what you said. Not match energies. Because what I'm telling you is
What does
once
that
he
look like?
matched. Listen to what I'm saying. Once he quote unquote matched energies, which is what we saw him doing. Because to be honest with you, the chicks popped their balloons. Soon as it turned into conflict, that's where the problem was. And I'm telling you, the conflict did not start from them; it started from him. So when you go, "Oh, you just did me a favor anyway," okay, you're taking offense just because she says she don't want you. That comment wasn't needed. You
Tommy,
get what I'm saying?
Tommy, I don't think you here. One more time. He
Okay,
shouldn't have
so
did what he did. No, he shouldn't have did what he did. That's what you're saying. But what should he have done?
what I'm
Be a
saying
simp?
is you don't start the
To
conflict. What I'm telling you
respond.
is he
Oh, you're
created the
saying what he
conflict.
shouldn't have did. What should
Yes,
he have done? What should he have done?
not engage in conflict. Am I missing something?
Okay, so pretty much,
I
So
and
agree.
see,
okay,
and
put it
I
like
think that's
this: if they pop the balloon, right,
yeah.
and she goes, "Why didn't you pick me?" "Oh, I didn't like this or this." Okay, and you move on. It's that simple.
All right,
He
Exactly.
decided
look,
he
I get
decided
it.
to attack, and once he
Tom-
attacked, that
Tommy,
put the other women on that
that's
defense.
not that's not entertaining. They don't want that. You got to remember this is a show.
Honestly, he didn't
Grace
attack them
right.
first. They actually attacked him first. But I do understand what you're saying,
Bruh,
Tommy.
when he
That's
said,
gonna be the problem. That's
JVJ,
gonna be the problem. Yeah.
the moment you say, "Oh, you did me a favor," that's an attack. The lady did not come at you sideways. She explained why she didn't like you. Your return
Nah,
was what is she was wrong for describing why she didn't like him?
that girl, the one. Are you talking about the one in the
The
black
first
latex
one.
or whatever?
No, the first
Nah,
one.
the first chick was straight. She was cool.
Okay, no,
Yeah,
okay, but
there's
what
no
but hold on,
problem with her.
hold on, pause. What was his response to her? "You did me a favor anyway, Queen." That's an attack. Let's not act like that's not an attack.
That's
You
not
can
an
call it something.
attack,
You can
Tommy.
That's
call it
not
Come
something.
that.
on.
Come on,
That's
No, no,
not
no,
Tommy.
an
no, no.
attack.
I'll
That's
give it
not
to
that
him.
big a deal.
No, we can give it
That's
to him. We can give it to him because if a woman did that to a man will feel a certain type of way about it. I'll give him that. I will give him
That's
that.
not an attack. Is it an unnecessary comment?
No, it's
Yes.
childish. It's like
That's
like what are we
passive
talking
aggressive.
about,
It's
bro?
passive
You
aggressive.
acting like a kid. I didn't
No,
want
it's
you
passive
anyway.
aggressive.
Mature.
It's
Like,
passive
really?
aggressive.
But why is it okay when women do it?
It's
Why
not.
is it okay
Okay,
when women
okay,
do it?
Grace. I am a man. I don't hold myself to the standard of a woman.
No, but I'm not asking you. I'm just saying that we
Okay,
let
so
women slide with this behavior. We don't call them out with this behavior. But as soon as a man
Because
does it,
because
oh my
Grace, you know what
God.
Grace, you know what I do if a woman reacts that way? I keep it moving. I
Well,
don't
you
cry
can't do
about
that
it.
in
I
that
don't whine
situation.
about it. I keep it moving.
You
It's that
couldn't do it
simple.
in that
but
situation.
Tommy, you can't do that in that situation. They on a
Yeah.
show.
No,
They
because
want
That
they
okay,
want him to
what?
talk back.
But okay, but that's what I'm saying though. So okay, Trey, what I'm saying is, if you're worried about the entertainment, then that's fine. Then this is the reaction that you're going to get, and then we're going to say that this is all fake, and we're not going to act like this is real. But I'm saying if this is real life, and you walk up to a woman, if I walk up to you, Grace, on the street, and I say, "Hey, can I get your number?" and you be like, "No," and I'm like, "Well, you did me a favor anyway." You're gonna look at me like I'm a weirdo.
well,
No,
he
I'm
did
just
that.
gonna
That
walk
ain't
away
the
because
situation.
I already know why
That's
he's
not
saying
the
what he's saying.
situation.
Because you
Okay,
don't,
okay. But
his
what I'm
That
ego
wasn't
saying,
the
got bruised.
situation, though.
Grace, but in your head, what are you thinking of that man? In your head, if that's his
I,
response to you,
That wasn't the
I,
situation, though.
I would be
all
like,
right, JBJ,
okay,
JBJ,
you know, he got his
you
feelings
think
hurt.
you think if them chicks done busted balloons, he would have had the exact same feeling towards them chicks that he
Hey,
had?
yo, this is my perspective on it. Look, they're all at fault. They're all at fault for how that transpired. But remember, that dude did walk out with a woman.
Yes, he did. After all of that, he still walked out with one of the hottest chicks on the
I
panel.
think we're forgetting the biggest
So
part is
Hey,
A, it's to be
he walked
dope,
out with
and
he
B
walked out
is
with the
age.
worst.
I
He
don't
walked
know
out
if
with the
y'all seen
worst
the
one.
I don't know if y'all seen the interview with MTR, but yeah, that ain't going the way y'all think it went
No.
either.
I agree
He
with the
walked out with the
MTR because
worst
I did
one.
watch it. Now I did watch the MTR thing. That's why I keep saying like we don't know for a fact that he
No,
was
so if
actually
you watch
fired and
so
stuff. I
so
didn't
if
watch
you watch
all of
the
it.
MTR, so if you watch the MTR thing, then you wouldn't be talking about how he walked out with a woman. Because the moment they walked off set, first of all, she rolled her eyes. His homeboy caught her cutting her eyes, and then another guy that was on the show came up on her and basically grabbed her phone and got her number right in front of the
Well,
dude,
I'm saying look,
and
from
that's why
what
he
we
stopped messing
saw.
with her.
Yeah, I'm saying that's cool. But from what we saw when they ended the original video, he did walk off with a woman, right? Anything can happen once the camera's
Yeah,
not filming.
absolutely,
That's
absolutely, yeah.
perfectly fine. I give you that. Look,
But, and also, I'll
all of
tell
that
you
shit
another
was
part that they said
immature.
in another part they said in there too was basically on her move. It was a desperation move because nobody had picked her, and that was the last pretty much lineup of people. So she kind of wanted to be
Well,
picked.
that I ain't gonna hold you down. That sounds bad for her. But look,
Yeah,
we got a problem between men and women, regardless of whether it's just black and white or whatever the hell. It's too much disrespect going on because there was one girl on that panel that couldn't even say why she didn't even want him. She was just sitting there just
Why
this and
should
all
we
that.
be scared to say what we feel? If I
Yeah,
was on that show and there was a light skinned brother, I would honestly say, sir, I prefer dark skinned men. You're too light skinned for me, and keep it moving. Be honest. I mean, do you want to be respectful about it? Of course. Do you want to be nice about it? But not everybody's like that. My thing is, even with the MTR video and all of this, it just should have never got escalated this much. Just because every time a man voices his opinion or says something that is considered out of pocket to women, they're sassy. They got mommy issues. They're
yeah.
gay. Okay, and speaking of sassy, because I got a little bit of notes here, the true definition of sassy is someone who isn't afraid to say what's on their mind, usually have witty comebacks to any insults throw their way. That's the definition. But of course,
so
women
they
had to
were
turn
correct.
around. But women had to, yeah. But now, when men say sassy, when women say sassy nowadays, it was first coined in 2022. The sassy man apocalypse has been used to describe the prominence of expressive men with bigger attitudes, which some have deemed feminine. It initializes sassy was typically used in a derogatory connotation, a homophobic manner. So now we took a word that simply meant somebody that has good comebacks and sarcastic. Oh, well, now you're feminine. Now you're gay. Now you're acting like a woman. I mean, really?
So Grace,
It's
if I'm a
used as
man,
derogatory. It's
so
just used as
Grace,
derogatory.
if I'm a man and I mentally match the energy of a woman, does that not make me feminine?
No.
To match the energy of a woman is not feminine.
No,
The
because
reason
No,
that
not
I
all
think
the time. It's not all the
I'm
time.
gonna be
Sometimes
honest.
you gotta go toe to toe
No, no,
with a
no.
woman to make her just shut the fuck up.
if their
Can I
energy is
explain this?
masculine, you're just matching
Yeah,
masculine energy.
yeah. That's the whole point. Like we got a lot of people, especially men and women. What make like this just applies to the women. We got a lot of women that come off as men. So a man has to check that energy like a man. And that's the craziest thing that a lot of men have a problem like getting wrapped around. We'll have women that come up to us and talk to us like dudes. Women will swing on men like men. And then we say, "Oh, you matched her energy?" She hit me like a dude. What am I supposed to do? Walk away? And I think that's the
Okay.
problem that we have with a lot of men right now. Like I get where you're coming from, Tommy. I truly get where you're coming from. But we also have to realize the reality that we live in. We're not living in that perfect world that we want it to be. Because a man should never ever have to match a woman's energy. But women are not acting like women. They're
Okay.
acting like men.
But we're using an example where women were acting like women, and he out of
Oh
his
no,
mouth said he matched energy.
no, they
And
they,
that,
they weren't
and
acting
I'm
like
on a
women.
panel with people who are excusing that behavior, and that's what I'm saying is because my point is I need niggas to stop acting like him. That's my point. Because
And
I
I
see
need
that every
women to
day.
stop acting like those women on the panel.
Here's the thing: if a woman can go in a ring and fight like a man, sorry, you're going to get the same heat back.
Equal rights. Equal rights.
You
You want to
fight
be?
like a man? I'm going to curse your ass like a man.
I'm just a little bit confused, Tommy. Did you want him to be quiet? What exactly? Like, is he not supposed to have a response? I don't understand what we're asking from this man. If a woman says something and he's not going to respond, he's just supposed to be quiet. I don't understand.
Yeah, that's what we're supposed to do now. And I did tell Tommy that I agree that they both were wrong, both of them.
Tommy, let Tommy answer.
Again, when a woman is asked why she popped her balloon, and she merely only gives you the reason why she pops her balloon, and your response is, "You did me a favor anyway," you're acting like a bitch.
Okay, Tommy,
You're
let's get
acting
off.
like a. Hold on, wait a minute. No. Let's not get off. That's the example. Don't get off of that. That's the example.
No, I agree with you on the first one. There's no need to keep beating that horse. I agree with you on the first one. But there were 6 other women on that panel. Let's talk about the others. I agree with you on the first one. We don't need to keep going there. What about the other ones?
But what you don't understand is, bro, this what you not like. God, do y'all not understand women? I'm so confused.
But Tommy, that's you making an excuse for women. That's you making an excuse for women.
If I'm dealing with a group of women and I'm coming off disrespectful, they teamed it like. Am I the only one that's been around women before? They teamed it. They tend to team up.
No,
they tend to team up. So
but
once
you're
you
making an
disrespect,
excuse for all the other ones.
So once you disrespect that first one, now everybody's on their P's and Q's.
So who's acting like children now?
Oh my God.
No, Tommy, Tommy, you gotta listen to what you gotta think about what you're actually saying. You're saying that okay, he, in your opinion, disrespect the first girl. So
which
after
we all agree was wrong, right?
I agree that they're both wrong.
No,
all the women and the men.
Wait. Because this is why I keep going back to the first girl. How was the first girl wrong when all she did was name off why she popped her balloon?
None of those were legit reasons. That was just made up shit.
Let's move
What was
past
just made? So now you inside her brain and you telling her why she popped her balloon. You get what I'm saying? Like this how goofy shit get.
Well,
Hold on.
told us why she popped.
Hold on. Even if she made it up, she didn't. Hold on. Even if she made that up, she didn't do it in a disrespectful way.
I agree.
So she has the right to pop the balloon. So again,
she did. Look, every woman on that panel. Look, every woman on that panel had the right to pop the balloon for whatever reason they wanted to. Whether I agree with the reason that they popped it for, that's neither here nor there. So I'll take that off the table. But at the end of the day, what you're saying now is that if he offended one woman, all the other women jumped on to disrespect him. That's what Grace is saying. So now you're defending a bunch of people being kids because I saw you do something to that person that wasn't physical or anything like that. But in my opinion, I took it as disrespect to that person. So now I'm going to be disrespectful to you.
What I'm saying is, it puts women on defenses, and now you got, because now people are sizing up your character. Okay, this is how this guy is, based off
But
a response
I
that
wouldn't
we hold
crash
on,
out.
based off of a response that we all said was wrong. So if you're showing me qualities that I do not like
We all didn't
on
say
a
it was.
dating, say that again.
We all
That
didn't
was just
say it
me.
was
I was the only
wrong.
one that said that.
We all don't agree that his response was wrong. We agree that his response maybe was unnecessary. It didn't need to be said. But whether or not it was wrong, can't tell a man how to talk, man. He can say whatever he wants to say.
Especially when the
Look,
women did the exact same thing. But look, I get you. It's still no excuse for whatever
I
situation
would
he had.
never in my life understand a nigga that's gonna size himself up with a woman.
But Tommy, everybody,
like
where
men don't have to
I
live to
speak for
your
myself. I don't
expectation. The
think it's
expectation
right.
that you have for yourself doesn't mean that other men have to live to that expectation. That's just
I understand that, but what I'm saying is, everybody doesn't have a problem telling women why certain shit is not fair, that swings there, because this is my problem with all of these conversations, is everybody's mad about shit not being fair, whether it's women, whether it's men. We live on an earth that ain't fair. It's some shit that women can do that we can't do, and it's some shit that we can do that they can't do. And we got a bunch of adults that don't seem to understand that and think that everything is somehow going to be 50-50 fair, and anything I should do, they can do, and everything I can do. That's not how life works.
Well,
So
Tommy, I
what I'm
agree with
saying
you on
is,
that.
when I hear men trying to defend that I should be able to act like a woman because a woman acts like a woman, it comes off as weird to me.
Tommy,
Hey, Tommy, then tell me if you
do
agree
you
with this
understand,
then.
Tommy, that they wouldn't have a show if they did it the way you did it? There would be no show. You do realize that.
So Trey, so now we're getting into the world that this is artificial, and there's no reason to have this conversation.
Come on, Tommy.
Tommy,
We've
no.
been around long.
I get where he's going. I get where he's going. Where he go?
Tommy, we've been around long enough to know that a lot of this stuff is manufactured. We know that.
Okay, so Trey, if
for
it's
entertainment
manufactured,
value,
then it's a wasted conversation. Then. Because what I'm saying is, what I'm telling you is, if this was not manufactured, if this was real, I don't see a man I don't think a man should act in the way that he acted. And once again, when I seen him in an interview say I matched energies, that put the cherry on top. Because I
He
wish
was
my
probably
son would
raised
come to
by
me and
his
say he
mama,
matched.
man. He
all the
argued like a
time, dude.
woman. He argued like a woman, and he probably was raised by a woman. If it comes down to it,
Okay,
what
so
you're,
you're
but if
literally
it comes down,
explaining.
So does this still warrant for the man to lose his job?
no.
I mean, this is my whole thing. Okay, the women didn't like the way he acted. The women didn't like what he said. But now we're going to fire the man from his job? And how many times have women said things that men don't like? How many times have women acted in this manner? And see, that's the problem. Men don't check women enough. And that's why they're acting the way they are in these streets. That's why a woman is only going to do what you allow them to do. And if you don't check them, respectfully, then they're going to continue to do what they're going to do.
But Grace, you're not gonna have men call a woman's job 500 times. It's just they're
not gonna do that.
That's some female shit.
That's why that's why Cynthia G lasted on YouTube for as long as she did. Black men didn't report her, even though she was saying delete them at birth. That's never gonna happen.
Of course, because it was a woman.
Yeah, look, we get it, man. Look, that's why I keep saying, like, if we have to, as men, operate a certain type of way when we're dealing with women, then men have to literally get to the mindset of it's not going to be a fair exchange when how you're judged about this situation after it happens. So men just need to stop. They need to disregard. And I don't think a lot of women want men to disregard what they're saying, how they feel about things. But if we're not going to be treated equally on the same playing field when it comes to certain situations, men don't need to listen to women. They don't need to regard them as women. If you slap me and then I slap you back and everybody only focuses on me slapping you back, then I don't need to be in any type of situation with you at all. Because clearly it's a one-sided event. It's only a problem when I do something. And it seems like it's only a problem when that guy in that video did what he did. Because there were a lot of people that criticized him through slick ass comments, passive aggressive type things were said, but we're only focusing on what he did.
And that's all the point that I'm trying to say. We always want to keen in what a man does and call out his bad behavior. Why y'all check yourselves before you wreck yourselves? Because there's a lot of women out here with bad behavior and doing a lot of things. And because men don't stand up for themselves and allow it is why we all lost in this sauce. And I hate when the chat keeps saying that I'm addressing black women. Y'all never heard me say black women. Y'all heard me say women. That's y'all in y'all motherfucking feelings thinking that I'm saying black women. So y'all need to check that on yourselves.
Well,
anyway,
Grace.
If I come across a disrespectful woman that ain't my woman, how do you check her? You get what I'm saying? Like if she's my woman, I can check her.
Tell
But
her
if
to
she's
shut
not my
the
woman,
fuck up.
how do you check? And what's that gonna do?
Well, I'm just saying though. You say, well, that's the conundrum in your own question because you
so
said,
there's
how
no
do you check
collectivism.
her? You can't check her if you can't do something. You have to be able to do something, right, to check her.
Okay.
I just watched a video of a chick getting slapped in the gym. These young boys they don't play the same by those same rules. These Gen Z, these Zillennials or Zoomers, whatever you call it, they hitting women. Plain and simple.
And the reason they doing it is because women don't act like women. Men ain't going. These young dudes are not acting like traditional men, and these young women are not acting like traditional women. It's a different playing field.
Alicia, what do you have to say? You're a woman. You know, you're on the panel. What do you have to say about everything you've heard thus far?
Well, I understand that most people won't have my mindset, but I'm not going to entertain or be offended by what anyone says, man or woman. So I just keep it moving.
Exactly. If they don't matter, you see, she hit it. If that person don't matter, it's a person I don't even know. Why am I going to get my panties all in a bunch? Exactly. I don't value that person. Okay, why would I get so upset? So upset that you call and whatever the case, even if it's true or not true, we've all known that women have done this. We'll try to get a man fired. We'll cry wolf. This is nothing new. This is nothing new. The Me Too movement. I'm not putting down what of the stories when it really happened, what women that it really happened to, but I'm talking about the women that have destroyed men with their lies and manipulate the law and the system just to hurt a man. That's what I'm trying to get to. That's what I'm trying to make aware to these women. We have to stop doing that, especially to our black men. They already got it tough. And we making it tougher for them?
Grace, you know there's a white dude that spent 31 days in jail. He spent 31 days in jail all because a woman thought he looked weird in a parking lot, but she went and told him that he tried to grab her and pull her pants down and yank her into her truck.
Hang on 1 second here. Hang on.
Not even a month ago. Like, not even a month ago, this dude spent 31 days in jail, lost his job, lost his livelihood, all because she thought he looked weird. And the only reason that he got out was because she finally admitted that she lied.
Hang on a second here. I did 18 months probation because my ex lied and knew the judge. 18 months.
That's effed up. And it should never happen.
I told her I caught the fucking bitch cheating in my house with my mother downstairs. And she.
But you went to jail.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm trying to make people aware of tonight. It's the unequal treatment. You know, women do the same crime and they would get less time for the same exact crime. Yes, Miss Alicia.
Hey, is Trey there?
I'm here.
Hey, Trey. You're in law enforcement. Are there any rules or regulations where if someone were to what is it called? It's falsification.
Filing
False
a false
report.
police report.
Yeah,
False report.
I've covered this before because I actually had a personal story on a case that I worked. Here's the thing: you're never going to get jurisdictions and governments to arrest people making false reports because they want women to report crimes. And so if you start arresting women who are making false statements for whatever reason, the powers that be, whoever are in these positions, don't believe that women can delineate the difference between this woman was arrested for a false report versus a real report. They don't think that y'all are smart enough for whatever reason. I had this happen. A woman had falsely accused a man. She made an actual report, a handwritten report. Come to find out the entire thing was a lie. I went and did the warrant. I went downtown, got the warrant signed by a judge. Before I could go execute the warrant, I got pulled in by the commander and the assistant chief, who were both women, by the way. And we're basically like, nah, we're not gonna do that. Like, nah.
Literally, they said it on national television, Trey. The reason that they said that they do not want to prosecute women that make false reports is they do not want to deter women that actually had something happen to them from coming in and reporting it. We're not going to.
Something really happened. How would that be a deterrent?
It doesn't make sense, but that's what they do for women. And this is why it doesn't make sense at all. They're saying, like, we're not going to prosecute somebody that lied and filed a false police report because that might deter other women from doing it. Just like when women lie about somebody touched me, they're not going to prosecute that girl because if a woman was touched, she might feel deterred that somebody might not believe her. That's their logic, and it's stupid.
The logic,
but that's their logic.
The logic is that a woman who was actually involved and was actually assaulted won't come forward because so you guys have never done these investigations. It can get pretty difficult for the victim because the victim has to answer the question about 50, 60 different times, 50, 60 different ways. So if you're actually telling the truth, it can get cumbersome. It can get annoying and irritating.
Overwhelming.
I've told y'all, and you'll hear victims say that I told you this already. And so what happens is they think that a lot of women will be like, look, I'm not going to report it because if they catch me or they catch me with what they perceive to be a lie, they're not going to go forward with it, even though she's actually telling the truth. So in order to not do that, they just say we're not going to go after false reports. It is what it is. Even though in most states, in most counties, making a false statement is a crime. It is typically a misdemeanor crime.
It's just the ones that they not gonna prosecute because look, man, it's a lot of ladies don't understand the benefits that they have in society when it comes to the things that come out of their mouth and the things that they do. The women have more rights in the United States than men do, regardless of whether women know that or not. And I think a lot of ladies actually do know that. But Trey ain't lying. He ain't lying about what he just said. And at the end of the day, it still falls on the men, know why? Because the men are the ones at the top that set this dynamic to happen. But they did that in women's benefit, and you still got a bunch of women out here disrespecting men, especially on a balloon pop video.
Well, it's also overcorrection too, because before they started going heavy with the shit, a lot of these weirdos was getting away with the shit. And so it's basically the unfortunate part for us men is it's an overcorrection of what should have been getting taken care of back in the day. Because I can tell you, being in the military, it's still some funny shit going on.
What branch? What branch?
The Navy. The Navy.
You seaman.
But I've heard from people from all branches that, and it's pretty much the same story. These dudes use that power, and shit is disgusting. So I think it's overcorrection.
Dude, it was bad in the Marine Corps. I was in the Marines. It was bad in the Marine Corps, but that's really coming from higher ups. The higher ups are the ones who don't want to prosecute that stuff because they don't want it to shed a bad light on their unit or their company.
It's their friends, shit. Because
True.
The bad part about it is like if I come in and I'm like an E1, E2, E3, I don't know nobody. I'm not attached to nobody. I'm brand new. But the person that I'm reporting, he been in here for 15, 16 years. He tapped in with everybody around here. So I don't have no history with nobody. This dude got history with everybody. Who they gonna pick?
Well, I bet money here. if I ask this question, Bet Money, I think we all will agree with this. If somebody did something wrong to a woman, especially in that way, I think we all agree that that person should be prosecuted and held accountable, right?
150%. Absolutely.
Yes, after a complete
Yes.
investigation. Yes.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
after complete investigation and it's proven that it did happen, yeah. So I'm like, ain't nobody advocating against men being held accountable, but I am over here trying to advocate against like people out here lying on people out here doing whatever the hell they
Absolutely.
want to do and not getting any accountability for their actions. Like,
They should
Well, you
face
well
the
you well you well you just had the Illinois basketball player that just got acquitted, and that the entire
yeah,
thing was a
true.
lie. The entire thing was a lie. They were
But
setting
she's
up.
not going to suffer no consequences.
No,
She's
there
just
will
going to
be
go back.
nope. There will be no consequences because
Yeah, it's
they don't
countless cases of it.
they don't want women on that Illinois campus to not file press charges for when it actually happens. And listen, I don't know which answer is the right one. I got to be honest with you. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know. I don't know. I have a daughter. I would want my daughter to say something. So you know what I mean? I don't know if not prosecuting, it is unfair to the men who are getting wrongfully, charged or whatnot. But it's also unfair to the women who got to go through that process. Like I said, having been in those investigative rooms, it's not easy to sit there and listen to a woman recount her story of what actually happened to her. And then she told me, I was the officer that got there on scene. She told me, she told my female partner. Then the sex crimes investigator came. She had to tell them, hang on, she got to tell the prosecutor, right? She probably has to write it down. Like she has to relive this 5, 6, 7 times.
Traumatizing.
Yeah,
That's fine. That's fine. That's part of being an adult.
no,
That's why
sir.
I
No,
don't.
no, no,
No, no, no.
sir.
I do
No,
because there's a
no,
lot of
no, sir.
dudes.
No, sir. No, sir. Absolutely
No,
not.
you can't say that to somebody
You
who
can't
done
do that.
traumatic like that. That's
Right.
crazy.
The reason that I say that is a lot of people go to counseling. A lot of young boys that got touched when they were growing up. A lot of young girls that got touched when they were growing up. They have to go and talk about these things because if you hold on to that shit, it's gonna linger with you for the rest of your life. So eventually,
Sir,
you're gonna have to get past that.
all of this happens before they get to the therapist. That's the point I'm making.
No,
They haven't had a
I
chance.
they're not
They haven't
talking
had a
about it.
chance to sit down with the therapist
No,
yet.
I get that, but if you don't, hey, look, I'm gonna just tell anybody, look, you gotta woman up and man up because I don't want somebody out here touching people or doing people wrong because you didn't want to say something. You need to woman up and man up, or you don't need to say nothing about it
That's crazy.
because all you're doing is putting, like you said, you got a daughter. That's gonna put your daughter in harm if that person is in the area where your daughter is. Somebody need to say something. I don't care how hard it is for them to talk about it. They need to talk about it or they need to keep their mouths closed. I got
Yeah,
kids.
bro, you
Like,
might
look,
need to
if
be
I had
educated on it
kids, I
more
don't want to
to
hear
speak
that.
on it.
I don't, hell to the no. Other people
All
got
right,
kids out
guys.
here too, right?
Yeah, you're right. So if I know that somebody was touching on my son, I would want my son to tell me so I can put that person away so that another kid won't get touched.
Exactly.
You know?
You don't,
But let's
look, if you don't protect your neighbor, who's gonna come and help you when they come for you? They come for your neighbor, you don't say nothing. When your neighbor gone, who gonna come and help you? Your neighbor's gone already. You didn't say nothing when they came for your neighbor.
It all sounds good on paper. We don't live on paper though. That's the problem.
Nah, we need to live in reality, man. Like that's how this country got to where
And
it is,
and
man.
and
Remember,
the
these
and
people
the
revolted and warred
and
over
the
teeth.
the reality is that everybody doesn't handle trauma the same. That's the
I
reality.
agree.
Exactly.
I agree. But we need to like look. Some people are gonna be soft. Some people are gonna be strong. Like that's what I always say. There's wolves, there's sheep, and then there's sheepdogs. The strong people need to be the sheepdogs. We need to push back on the wolves, and we need to guide the sheep. Like there's gonna have to be people out here that's like, look, man, none of that. None of that nonsense, man. Because otherwise, look at where we are right now, man. It's just gonna get worse and worse if we just keep saying, well, you know this,
So
you know
my
that.
question to you is, who do you think predators usually prey on?
They prey on the sheep.
Okay. So you expect the sheep to act
No,
like
I'm
what are
expecting
we
the
talking?
sheepdogs to step up. I'm expecting the sheepdogs to step up.
Yep. Those who are meek, those who are unprotected. That's what
yeah.
Yeah,
they
but
look
the
for.
problem
They
is
need
the
they need somebody
sheepdogs
to protect them.
the sheepdogs are asking why. Why should I do that? That's the world we live in
Well,
now.
well, that's
The
because we
sheepdogs
let
are saying,
Yes,
why
it's
should
fair.
I sacrifice myself? Why should I sacrifice myself?
well, that's because we let it devolve so far, but we're still gonna have to backtrack a lot, man. Before it was simple for a man, like if he saw something happen to a woman on the street, he ain't got nothing to do with this lady, but he see a dude doing something to her, he gonna go and slap fire at that dude. Multiple dudes gonna come up and stomp the dude out.
And he might die. There's several cases where
He very
guys,
possibly
but guys,
could, but that was
why,
honorable back in the day.
but that we don't live back in the day. You just said we live in reality.
Exactly. That's what I'm
Hold
saying.
on,
We
no,
gotta.
hold on. Was you there back in the day?
I actually grew up in a town where I saw that happen a lot.
What year were you born?
That
What
shit
year were you
sounds like
born?
Leave It to Beaver.
What year were
I'm
you
saying
born?
I'm 34 and I grew up
Look,
in the country, man.
Come
That's how
on.
we operate down there.
It sounds, but like I have conversations with my dad who's still around. It wasn't like that back in the day either.
Well, where are you from?
Like a lot of California, Oakland, but a lot of this.
Oh, yeah, that's completely different. I can understand that.
Even me growing up in New York and in Greece, in Greece you saw it happen once in a while, but it was rare. But and the guy, and when a man stepped in, nothing ever happened. Cops never got involved. The guy got his ass whooped from the other guy and moved on with his day. But here,
you see it.
Here, when I'm in New York, somebody's getting mugged or robbed or raped or whatever.
They take their phones out. What's the first thing they do? Take their phones out. Instead of calling 911, or try. I understand people don't want to get involved nowadays because they don't want to lose their life. But you'd rather take your phone out than at least call 911?
And it makes me laugh about this. Hang on a second. You know what makes me laugh? Like, state of Pennsylvania, for example, is open conceal or a CCW, a concealed carrying permit. So most people carry guns around here. But except, pulling the gun, saying, stop, whatever the case is, they just take their phones out instead. I don't understand that.
Well, people don't want to get sued, and a lot of people are scared to do anything. Like, if you want to be really brutally honest, most people do not want to get involved with other people's problems. But I'm being honest with Tommy. When I was growing up, if something was happening, we stepped in. And you kind of still see it from time to time, kind of like what Grooming was talking about. It's rare when you see it, but that's why I say we need to start as men to backtrack in time for that. Because I know a lot of ladies feel like they need to be protected by any man if something happens to them. So that's going to be on us as men to backtrack it. But I do advocate for men not to crash out.
Why should a man put his life on the line for a woman he doesn't know?
I didn't say a man should. I said that's what women want.
Well, you're using the example of that's how it was.
Well, it was like that before.
I think that men have gotten smarter and realized that it's not worth it. Here's the thing: I'm not putting my life on a line for nobody who don't have my last name. Plain and simple.
I ain't gonna hold you on that because I agree with that. Under this concept, I agree with that.
That's sad that we're living in this world now.
That ain't sad, Grace.
How is that
Grace,
sad?
that ain't sad. Under the circumstances
I mean,
that
it's
we live in
smart.
right now. Under the circumstances that we live in right now, every man should have that mindset.
No. How is that sad, Grace? Why are you guys, especially women, so okay with men being disposable? That he's just supposed to do things for you because he's a man. I don't know this man, but if something happened to me, he should just protect me. No, that's not how it works. You want protection? Go get a husband. That's how it works. Go get yourself a husband. Somebody who can walk around with you to make sure nothing happens to you. Men are not responsible. You know how many men I've seen get their ass handed to them for trying to do the right thing and step in? You know how many white sheets I put over bodies because he tried to step in and do the right thing? He got a family. There was a guy in Texas down at the Walmart that intervened in a DV. He lost his life behind that. He had a family. He had a wife.
But I'm saying that it's sad because back in the days when me growing up, is just like Jay said, women and children were protected. Men didn't have a problem of doing this because it wasn't so bad back then.
I see what you're saying. You're saying the code was to leave women and children alone.
Yeah, but now
they were excluded.
No, she's saying protect children, but like protect women and children, but
men stepped in more, and
and women act in a certain type of way.
Exactly. And I understand why men are not doing it anymore. And I agree with you. What I'm saying is it's sad to the fact that it has gotten so bad that men will just look the other way. I ain't got nothing to do with her.
No, look,
Before,
if women acted how they used to act back in the day, you would see it happening more. And if men were raised to be men, you would see it happening more. But you also would see a lot of stuff happening less because people were raised with some damn standards. But I'm saying us as men, we need to start pushing it back to push the standard back a little bit. We need to push the standard back. That was the whole point that I was trying to get at. We need to push the standard back where we got women that respect men and men understand that they need to protect women always. Like the Titanic. We watch that movie all the time, the Titanic. Rose sitting on that goddamn fucking chair. I mean, not that chair, but that door. You telling me what you call it couldn't get on that with her? But
Man,
nah, he was a man and he
I'd
stayed
have,
on the
I'd have
side
put,
and
I'd
died.
have put your ass in that water so goddamn fast.
What's this time frame that you saying that
Your mic is crap. Yeah,
okay, let me come back.
Right, in the meantime, I want to ask you a quick question, dude. A serious question, actually. So let's say somebody's in a scenario that something's going on with a woman. He has a firearm. He uses it. How would you, as an officer, handle that situation when you get on the scene? I'm curious.
What's the? You got to give me more than that. What is it?
Let's say she was getting raped. He blows his balls off, for example, or pops one in the kneecap. He shoots him.
No, it depends on where you're at. I mean, if he's witnessing a heinous crime such as rape, and he decides to shoot the guy, that's gonna be that we would just call the prosecutor directly and say, what do you want to do? Because that's where it's going to end up at the end of the day. We'd confiscate the weapon. The weapon is evidence, and we do our crime scene on the scene. But as far as who gets arrested and whatnot, we take literally situations like what you guys don't understand is when you see big situations like that, all the guys that's on the scenes are just pawns. They just pawns. They're all getting their directions from somebody who's sitting in a desk in front of a bunch of TVs that are saying, do this, do that, do this, do that.
Like a central control, pretty much, right?
Pretty much. Or you'll have, and trust me, if it was a scene where a guy shot another guy and he was in the middle of a sexual assault, the chief of police or whomever is going to be there. Trust me, they're going to be there because their radio is always on and they have a captain that's always listening. They're going to be there on the scene to handle that. So you just taking your direction. You're not making that initial decision. All you're doing is just securing the scene, making sure that you got witnesses, make sure you got names, cameras, all that stuff. You're securing the scene, but you're not making as an officer on the street, you ain't making no decisions.
So my follow-up question to you now, your advice as an officer, would you recommend just walking away, calling 911, or blowing his balls off?
I'll tell you a story. There was once a guy who witnessed he was witnessing a grape, and he intervened. He stopped the guy from finishing the grape. The case went to court, and they found the guy innocent. They found the guy innocent.
Seriously?
Even though they had an eyewitness to what he was doing because he actually stopped it. I think at the end of the day, men are going to have to make a judgment call. You make a judgment call, but what I will say to the men is be careful because your intervention could potentially cost you your life depending on who you're dealing with. It could cost you your life. I would never tell a guy not to. If he feels it's in his heart that's the type of guy he is, he wants to go intervene, by all means, do you. Would I do it? If I was still on duty, I would have no choice. I would have to. I wouldn't have a choice. Now that I'm not on duty, I'm probably going to just call 911.
Man, you had a choice when you was on duty. Police, the Supreme Court. No, the Supreme Court ruled on that. Police do not have a duty to protect anybody's life.
Sir, that's not true. It is
the Supreme Court did rule on that.
Sir, it's called failure to take police action. You will go to jail.
That's a policy. That's a police policy. That's not the law.
It is a law.
Okay, guys, let's get on to the next videos. We're getting derailed.
I'm not going to argue on that one.
BMU, go ahead and play the next video. I got a couple more videos. We're not going to kill this.
Hey, Grace, y'all have fun tonight, man. Good conversation, man. I think it was I'll catch you in the next one as always.
All right. Don't forget to press the like button.
I appreciate all y'all tonight, man. Good.
All right, Jackie J.
All right, y'all.
All right, let's watch the next video that I got up here, and let's get into that.
I wasn't gonna tell you, it's a surprise.
Okay. I mean, it better be 5-star and up. So
5-star, dang. It's like that. You don't like Applebee's or nothing? I mean, I'm not saying I'm taking you there, but yeah.
I'm not giving Applebee's, honey.
Damn. Oh, you bougie. We should have just met wherever you wanted to eat at. You know what I'm saying? You got a car?
No, what?
Yeah, no. That's weird. You bougie for a girl with no car.
Excuse you?
I'm saying, so where you want to go? I mean,
like I said,
5-star?
5-star and up. Michelin star. Come on now.
I respect
First
it.
date, show up.
Show up. I like that. Oh, my freaking tire.
What?
I think my tire flat.
I can't leave with no guy that got,
Can you
that
check
got
that
their
for me?
car together.
Oh, I'm sorry about that, man. Can you check that for me,
But
please?
she don't have a car.
What do I look like by the no? Oh my god.
Yeah, my bad.
This is exactly why I can't be dealing with y'all.
Nah, no, that's a fact. Your damn
God damn, she just left her ass right there. Shit. Deuces.
Wow. Well,
I'm telling you, ladies, these men are not putting up with it anymore, and I'm so proud of y'all because it makes women like me, who one of the good ones, stand out more. It makes a beautiful woman like Alicia, one of the good ones, stand out more because this is crazy. You don't have a car, but you have the audacity to talk shit about the man's car. You don't have a car, but you want to go to a 5-star restaurant. I mean, where is all this entitlement coming from? Who do y'all think y'all are? You know, what have you done to deserve a 5-star restaurant? Why? Because you got a pussy between your legs? I mean, help me understand, guys. Help me understand. Because I was never one to be impressed.
Can I be honest with you?
Yep, absolutely.
This shit is media, Grace. I promise you. I got 2 little brothers.
Hey, let's Grace. I have an idea, but it's not a popular one. That's how you fix. Here's how you fix this whole problem. You ready? You have the woman pay for the first date. The woman paying for the first date establishes a baseline. If she can't afford 3-star Michelin, by the way, there is no such thing as a 5-star Michelin restaurant. It only goes up to 3. By the way, it only goes up to 3.
You see what I'm saying?
That's how you know a woman don't know what the hell she's talking about. But if she can't afford top-tier restaurants, then she doesn't get top-tier restaurants. She gets what she can afford. She doesn't have to pay for any of the dates after that. But the first date she pays for. So if all she can afford is Outback Steakhouse, all you have to do from there on out is just keep her at the level of Outback Steakhouse because that's what she could afford herself. But we have now. Yeah, exactly. If McDonald's and Burger King is what she can do, then McDonald's and Burger King is what she's going to get. She doesn't get upgraded until there's a commitment. That's when she gets upgraded. Until there's some sort of commitment, there is no upgrading. But a lot of the problem is that women are using men, weak men, to live a different type of lifestyle, right? They're living a social media lifestyle and they're using the men to do it. Well, take me here so I can put this on my Instagram. Take me here so I can say I've been here. And the men are doing it. The men are actually doing it because they want to get the sex so badly. They want to get the sex so badly from them when in actuality, what you should be saying is what this gentleman said. You can't do nothing. You can barely take yourself there. Why would I take you there? I know Travel One. Anything that is not logical to you is a poor plan, but that is a sensible plan because what it does is it establishes a baseline. I know exactly what you're used to because you yourself could never take yourself to a 3-star restaurant. So why would I take you?
I think dating. I know it's gonna sound odd, but I think when you're dating, it should be as affordable as possible, like picnics or walks on the beach and things of that nature.
Ice cream, coffee.
Yeah, exactly. Something like that. Let's go read a book together.
Nope, it's not about that nowadays.
I got a movie call, but now what I was gonna tell you is this is social media.
Tommy, it's still messed up. Alicia, let's be real. Y'all don't want no damn coffee. Let's just be honest.
I don't drink coffee.
I do. I love coffee. Take me to a bakery. Take me to a bakery
because
for a good cup of coffee.
because
I'm sorry, Trey,
wants
you cut out
our pay
somewhat.
our I said our pay wants my 10 free dates so badly. Because I've come up with a list of dates that don't cost anything.
Yes.
Is that better?
Yes.
Oh, okay. No, I was saying this is social media stuff. I promise you. I got 2 younger brothers. They broke as fuck. They have no problem getting women. I just went to Vegas and guess where I took my girl? To the Cheesecake Factory. Oh my God, and she loved it. Like, what you gotta understand is, if they made content that just said, oh hey, I want to go to the Cheesecake Factory, nobody's talking about it. So they have to do these extra videos and have the extra notches to make it go viral and make people talk about it. But as somebody who has actively dated, because I'm gonna tell you, number one, if you aren't willing to go to Applebee's on the first date, I don't want to deal with you anyway. I'm not going to complain about it. I'm not going to cry about it. It was nice meeting you, and I'm on to the next. That's actually probably a great filter for you in the first place. Is, hey, let's go here somewhere simple. And if you ain't willing to do that, you probably don't like it. Because understand this, if she likes you, she going to go wherever the hell you take her. Because she likes you. She's into you. So instead of these guys being mad about this, use it as a filter. Like what Trey was saying, free stuff. Man, I don't know how many, the lake. Literally just walk around the lake. That's a date.
Yeah.
I ain't spending no money. And I literally got a better reaction out of the date than I had taking a chick to a big restaurant. You know what I'm saying? So, again, that's an easy way of seeing if she's into you in the first place. If she ain't willing to do that, don't have your feelings hurt. Move on to the next. Because if you go past
And
that, now you're inviting the extra shit that's going to come along later, and now you're going to be complaining about shit that you saw from the very beginning in the first place.
But that's the point. That's what more men are doing now. More men are recognizing it, and they're leaving. They're getting left behind, just like that chick got left behind. BMU, do you have the other video of the other date? David, y'all there? Hello.
Yeah, we here. I got it. Hold on a second.
Okay, babe.
In the meantime, I agree with Tommy saying, like, dates shouldn't be arm and leg. Taking a walk around the park with coffee I think, is a perfect first date. That's what I usually do.
I like to see the creativity of a man. You know, what did he come up with? Like, once I got taken out on a picnic, and he paid so much detailed attention of things that I liked, that he had every little knickknack that I like. I mean, that was all. Had a little speaker, had my favorite fruits, chocolate, all of that, and it was
chef, right?
and it was
Whip it up.
Can I
it was
share
a great date.
Steak then.
Can I share my favorite date ever?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
To the aquarium, the local aquarium. And then we went to one of the little cheap Mexican places. They got
some good. They got some good margaritas there.
We watched a movie at my place, and we hung out at Barnes and Noble, and just explored the.
Talk to me nice. You see, and you got to know each other. You guys had good dialogue, good conversation.
Ever. Yes.
Where you go eat a $400 steak, 30 minutes later you're gonna shit it out, and you ain't gonna remember nothing.
You guys are talking from a more traditional. You're going backwards.
God forbid.
Modern women ain't going for that. Like a walk around the lake, yeah, okay, maybe if you find the right one, but good luck with that.
Well, ain't that what you looking for?
No, Trey, I've been actively dating. It's still
Tommy, your mic.
If she likes
Tommy, you gotta get a new mic, bro.
Tommy, it hurts. It hurts.
Tommy.
Dude, are you driving around the moon? Are you on the other side?
Poor thing. He working, boss.
He working. You gotta, man.
I got a new mic, or you figure something out, my homeboy.
All right, let me get Unc in here, because you know he be going through these YouTube panels and knocking niggas down.
That's hey everybody. Y'all hear me good? My mic good? Okay.
Yeah, we hear you loud and clear, boss.
Bananas, you two sisters just hit the nail on the head. I was just talking to some brothers today about how good a first date. This sister in another space was talking about how this dude stood her up, and how it was at night and she didn't feel safe.
I was there. Mhm.
Oh, you were there for that? Okay.
Yeah.
And I told her, I said, look, from now on, every first date you should have should be in the middle of the week, in the middle of the afternoon. Right there, that's going to take out all your level 1 bullshitters. Right there. You telling the dude, I want to get to know you, and you ain't finna get none. You ain't finna get none. It's almost like this little anecdote. If you ever have sex with a woman and her panties and bra don't match, you are the man, because she was not expecting you to see her naked if she come out like that. Anyway, I think when it's a defeatist attitude to go, what the women are looking for. You're outnumbered. Black women outnumber you by 2 million. It's not about what they're looking for. It's what you're looking for. If you tell a woman, I want to take you out on a first date and I'm going to spend less than $100 and we're going to have a ball. If she has a problem with that, why are you complaining about the bullet you just dodged? Why? I don't get it. I don't get the complaining about the way women act, the way they dress, the things that they say negatively. I don't get it. When women do that, they're raising their hands and telling you they don't qualify. I think what you get with a lot of younger men is that and I'm not saying it's not hard to find, that it's not hard to find. Anything worth anything is hard to find. I'm not saying it's not difficult. What I'm saying is that most young men seem like they want to bend the wrong woman right. They want to spend so much energy in making the wrong woman yield. And what the fuck for? Sure, it's hard to find her. Either say, and I'm good with either of these. If you're going to say there are no more good women, and I'm going to go with sisters of color, you ain't no more good black women in the 48 contiguous states. Okay, if that's how you feel, leave them alone and quit complaining about it. Or if you feel like there's some good women out there, then do what it takes to find them and quit fucking complaining about it. Either way. And I'm not saying it ain't so a world full of horrible fucking scallywags. Yes, it is. But I don't believe it's all of them. I didn't raise one. My friends, I have other friends who have daughters around my daughter's age, between 19 and 23. These are good sisters. There's some good sisters. There's not that many.
Doesn't mean you're attracted to them.
There's a lot of bullshit out there. But to say that, if it's hopeless, then nigga, be hopeless. Just could you get over there and be hopeless?
You haven't done the math. That's the problem here. All these old heads that get on here that tell us to burn down the haystack and all that nonsense, you haven't done the math. So you'll say, well, there's more women than men. Well, that may be true from a statistical standpoint, but when you start to break it down for men who actually have standards, there aren't a whole lot of women out here. When you start talking about,
I already said that.
Okay, so then if that is the case, then you can agree that you're trying to literally find a unicorn.
Yes.
Why?
Because that's you want to be with a good woman. That's what you're gonna have to do.
Or you could just live your life peacefully.
Okay, like I said, go be without. Okay, go.
But this idea that you're gonna put in all this work, that still doesn't guarantee anything. She could still be trash in 5 years.
Absolutely.
The average marriage lasts 7 years.
Absolutely. My marriage has lasted 12. I've been with her 15. But I see what you're saying. Absolutely.
Okay,
but I'm giving you the license to do what you're talking about.
The world is bigger than you.
Yes, it is.
And your 12-year marriage.
Absolutely.
The problem with a lot of you older guys is that you guys think you have the answers, but you have not adapted or adjusted to anything.
Not at all.
You're the same guy that told us to go find her at a poetry slam.
I'm full of shit. You're right. There's no good. It's hopeless. It's I told you. I agree with you.
It's not about whether or not it's hopeless. It's about whether or not it's actually plausible.
Okay, it's not plausible. Insert your negative word here. Insert your realistic word here, and you are right. I'm just not. The thing is that I'm not talking to you.
You're not talking to anybody.
No. Okay. Well, then I'm just talking to myself. Then I'm good with
Great.
that.
I'm glad we got that established.
All righty. Good.
Oh,
Now,
look.
I'm
Can we
listening.
watch the next
You're
video?
talking to me, Uncle Jeff, because if there's
I'm listening.
No,
small
because you guys continue to keep bringing these
women,
old
there's
heads
small
up here
percentage of
that
good
are so
men.
detached from reality. They
Yeah.
don't. He hasn't dated in 12 years.
I haven't dated in 12 or no 15.
They even worse.
Even worse. Now that is to say nothing of the three weddings that I am responsible for. The number of, as a matter of fact, if you're listening to me here and any of this ignorant bullshit that I'm spitting out right now makes any sense to you, go to askunclejeff@gmail.com. I'm a life coach. I've talked 14 people out of not deleting themselves. I have a number of gang violence episodes that I have quelched.
I could care less about your resume. I could care less. I couldn't care less.
I don't know. Again, brother, is it all right?
You want to read? You want to read your resume off as if it means something.
Let me know. Oh, this is Trey.
Mean shit.
Let me know, Trey. Trey, can you let me know? Can you let me know?
I have a resume too. I've talked people off a ledge too, and more than 14, by the way. I've saved lives. Just listen. Your resume is irrelevant. I don't care about how many people you got married. You guys give shitty advice is because you're old and out of touch and archaic. And you want younger guys to listen to you, and you guys sound crazy. Then when somebody challenges you, all you do is exactly what you're doing right now, which is be condescending and rude. And okay, well then I'm crazy.
Okay, wait a minute. I'm being rude to you right now.
It's the same game plan. It's the same game plan every time you come on a.
Okay, all right. Well, what's your solution? Since my solution doesn't work, do you have one?
Yes, I've given my solution several times.
I didn't go
find. No, I'm not. No, I'm not doing that. You can go find it on channels because I've given the solution a million times. A million. I just gave you a solution how to deal with women who got high class expectations.
No, I just got here, Trey. No, Trey.
That's not my fucking problem. You just got here.
Okay,
that's not my problem.
Trey. Can we start over? Because I really didn't mean
no,
to
we
offend
cannot.
you.
Because you do the same. You've been doing this shit over and over and over again. It's annoying. You old heads are out of touch. Plain and simple.
I hear you.
And
I hear you.
Instead of y'all
Is it all right if I get a chance to speak, Trey? Is it all right?
Instead of y'all working on married couples,
is the answer yes
want
or
to
no,
talk to
Trey?
single. No, you can't.
Yeah.
Y'all want to talk to single people. Go talk to fucking married people. You're married. Go talk to married people. You don't understand the single game right now. You don't get it. Y'all make no sense. You are paying all y'all do the same shit over and over and over again. And well, I've been married, so I know. No, you know what it was like 15 years ago to date. You know what it was like 30 years ago to date. Some of y'all didn't even have social media when y'all were starting to meet your significant other. There was no OnlyFans around when y'all were dating these women. We have transactional relationships. There are women who are sending Cash Apps and Venmo requests post-date. And these aren't these aren't hoes. We're talking about women who are pediatrician nurses and got college degrees, and they sending you Venmo requests. This is not the same game. Your advice doesn't work anymore. It's played out.
Okay. With that being said, rebuttal, and we're going to watch the next video, Unc.
Okay. And I understand your frustration, Trey. And I get what you're saying. No, I haven't. But I'm also under the belief that there's nothing new under the sun. I'm also under the belief that there's three things that no woman can resist. Confidence, chivalry, and humor. I'm also of the belief that my daughter and a number of women I know that are young don't fit this description. I also, like I said, you're exactly right in whatever way you want to go. And I'm not going to argue with you about that, brother. I'm not going to go down the who hurt you road or any of that simple shit. You're right for your situation. What I'm saying is that I know people that aren't 30 that I've helped, that I do help, that come and talk to me and my wife about their relationships for what they do want. Since you don't want to tell me your solution, I'll go back and watch the video later and back it up and watch what you said. We don't have to communicate anymore because I didn't come here to make no discontent, brother. I really didn't. Last time I came up here, I had a good time with these people up here. And I'm sorry that I'm rubbing you the wrong way. So if it's okay, if this is what it needs to be, let's not communicate ever again on 3. Ready? 3. Now let's go to the video.
Okay, so BMU, is it it's the video with the date?
You are gorgeous, by the way.
Yep, that's it.
Hey,
You are gorgeous, by the way.
thank you. You look fine yourself.
Thank you.
All right, so I gotta ask,
What's up? Ask me anything.
do you have a job
Yes.
making 6 figures?
Yes.
And do you live alone or with your parents?
I live by myself.
So you ain't got no roommates?
No roommates or anything.
Oh, okay, good, because I can't be wasting my time with anyone less than the boss, period.
I hear you. I respect that, definitely. What about you? You got a job?
I mean, I just started my OnlyFans, so it's about to be up. It's getting there.
Okay. Well, do you live with your parents?
I mean, I live with a couple friends, but, like, I'm about to be up, so it's getting there.
Okay. How's your credit, at least? Because how you going to get you on the spot? You got good credit?
My dad about to help me with that, but, like, it's getting there.
Okay.
What happened?
You're getting out.
Excuse me?
You're getting out. You talking about all this value stuff and you can't even value yourself, man. Them looks ain't everything. The heck? How you doing?
This is what I'm talking about. The unrealistic expectations. A woman wants everything from a man, but has nothing to offer but vagina. And even that shit gets old. And women, make me understand how y'all think this is okay. How you ain't shit, but you want a man to have everything for you. Make that make sense to me, Alicia. You're a woman. We're both single and looking. How is this mindset plausible? I don't get it. Am I wrong for being disgusted with this? I am a boy mom, so you have to remember I have a son, so I'm already going to be biased, because if my son come to me with this bullshit, I'd be like, leave her right where she was at. Make sure she got home safe. Take her home and walk her to the door and excuse yourself, and you out.
I believe the behavior and the mindset comes from insecurity. Just insecurity. It's completely irrational.
Okay, then we'll go to grooming and reviews, and then we'll go to
I don't have that mindset, so can't spend too much on it. But it seems
I
like
know.
I'm very insecure.
I hear you. I don't have that mindset either, because I'm to the point where my father could done everything that a man could do. So I look for the content of a man's character, because there's nothing that a man can do for me that my father hasn't already done.
I got my drink in my tooth.
And I don't compare a man to my father, but I hold him up to certain standards like my father. I understand that most men are not going to have the type of money that my father had when I was growing up. So you have to be reasonable. Women, you have to be reasonable. You're missing out on a good guy. I mean, even my homeboys got on me, Alicia, talking about how many men have I disqualified because I'm so stuck on this height preference. And I've actually changed my standards. I went from 6'2" to 6 feet to 5'10". Now the lowest I gotta go is 5'9". I can't do nothing lower than 5'9". But at least I was willing to change my mindset. And I have met some great guys that were shorter than what my usual requirement was. But I'm thinking, how many did I miss out just because? Nope, not tall enough. Nope, not dark enough. Nope, not this. Nope, not that. I'm like, come on.
I can solve the problem. Tell him to stand on a stool.
Now you can't walk around in platforms like the dude, and I'm gonna get you sucker with the
that works.
How tall are you?
I'm only 5. I'm 5 feet. My ex-husband was 6'9". So
you know what? that what it sounds like to me with love, sis, you're gonna have to break up with your ex-husband.
Well, he is my ex-husband.
No, you haven't broke up with him yet.
Yes, I have, because
No, you haven't.
I've dated shorter men. We haven't been together in 8 years.
But this want, no, baby, this want for this tall, you gotta break up with that.
I have.
Some it doesn't sound like it. It sounds like, and you're attracted to what you're attracted to. You can't shake what you're attracted to. But sometime your lesson come in a different package, and especially at this age. At this age,
yeah, you're right.
I want you to think about the dude. I want you to think about this perfect dude. I want you to envision him, how tall he is, how much he makes, how he dress. He can put it down. That dude. And you need to ask yourself what it is he wants. And how close are you to that?
I need to become the list. I get it. I get it, I get it.
It's a tough thing.
I have cut my height requirement. I would do 5'9". I'm willing to go as low as 5'9".
We're skipping the point. The point is how old were you when you figured this out?
How old about the height thing?
How old were you figured out that it was okay that 5'9" was acceptable? You don't have to give an exact age.
I would have to say
40?
7 years ago when I was over 40 when I wasn't with my husband anymore.
And that's the point I'm trying to make here. Everything that happened on that video just confirmed everything that I just said. That is modern day dating. That is what it's like. It's transactional. Women are asking questions about money, credit reports, housing. They don't give a damn about your morals, values, or character. That is not what they're asking about first. And here's the problem. You could run into a Grace who doesn't like those things. But at the time, she's looking for 6'2", and you're 5'9". That's the problem. That's the point I'm trying to make, is that we have this whole thing is confusing. And so when we really do the numbers, when you really break this down, it is not as plentiful and abundant as everybody wants to make it seem. I'm 5'11". I'm not short, and I ain't super tall either. I'm somewhere in the middle. I'm sure, I know for a fact, because women have said I passed on you because I didn't think you were tall enough. Now, some 20 years later, you'll do. No, that's not how it works.
But the thing is, Trey, I never had a problem dating tall guys because a lot of tall men like short women. And I was always around so it was never like an issue for me. It just became an issue for me when it was pointed out to me, because I never really realized it was never an issue for me. Even my ex-husband, we met in high school. He was 6'9", and I'm like, yeah. And then after that, when we broke up and I still dated, the tall men will always approach me. It was just something.
That's greedy as fuck, right, Grace?
Yeah, that was too much. I don't go that high.
You don't need 6'9". You don't need 6'9" at all.
But I made a beautiful son, and he's 6'4", so I'm happy about that. So we're gonna blame it on my primal women intuition, procreating. You know, even my grandma said when she looked up at him, she said in Spanish, "Coño, you're gonna be climbing trees for the rest of your life." I mean, she was like, "Did you have?" My dad was, "Did you have to get him that tall?" I mean, I get it, tall, but shit. And I get it.
You like what you
tall, dark, and handsome. That's I like. The darker the berry, the sweeter the juice. That's what I like. And I tell everybody, if I was on that balloon show and a light-skinned brother came out, I would have to pop my balloon. And I know that seems shallow, but like you say, people like what they like. You know, but as a woman gets older, that list does change. And I'm just trying to get it into women's head that don't wait till my age to try to change your list, because your options and the walls are closing in on you. You know, date that guy that you normally wouldn't date. Date that nerd, because that nerd could be the freakiest motherfucker you've ever met, but he's just a nerd. You know, it's okay.
I love nerds.
You know? I love nerds because we have good conversation. I'm about stimulating conversation now at the age that I'm at. You get my mind, the body will follow.
I've
I
always
was
loved
in.
nerds.
Yeah, you're right. Now I am. I was into the. I played sports in high school. I was always around the sports guy. I like the athletic type. I'm a sports chick. I'm always going to games. I'm going to, So you like what you're around and what what you're used to.
I
But
think we need. I
Nothing
think
wrong with that.
we need to identify who we're trying to help here. Who exactly are we trying to help here?
I'm trying to help anybody, woman, man, polka dot, Martian. I'm
but then
trying to help anybody,
then
Trey.
we have to understand that the age group is different advice. It's going to be different. You have different thought processes for different generations. They think
Different target audiences. I understand. I totally understand.
Is my mic good?
Yes, your
No.
mic is good,
Okay.
Tommy.
Yeah, I had to reset my phone 2 times. Shit.
Damn, Tommy,
First of
Tommy
all,
pulled over.
hey,
Tommy pulled
Uncle
over
Jeff,
and went
fuck
in.
you. I see your comment.
Who, me?
Oh, no, what'd you say? I'm on the other side of the moon.
You're on the side of the moon, man. Did you pull over at Best Buy and got your shit straight?
No, I'm not. I'm driving. I'm in the middle of nowhere. But no, Trey.
Much better. Much better.
I need you to get off of social media, bro. The fact that you brought up OnlyFans, go look at the percentage of women in America that's on OnlyFans. Like, you're talking to somebody who's literally dated more than he's been in relationships. I've never dated a chick that was on OnlyFans. That's a non-factor. Number 2, whether it's the modern times or whether it's today's day, if a woman likes you, she likes you, period. The problem now is dudes want women that look a certain way, which is why you would bring up something like an OnlyFans, because women that look a certain type of way are what? OnlyFans. The problem is dudes won't deal with a 6 or a 7 because, as I've been told in this space, well, why should I have to? Well, nigga, that's what you qualify for. Let's get this understood. This ain't the only generation where 10s didn't fuck with nerds. 10s never fucked with nerds. 9s never fucked. Revenge of the Nerds was not made in this generation. Steve Urkel wasn't made in this generation. They've never dealt with nerds. So, like, and I'm not talking about you specifically, Trey, but I'm like, a lot of these guys in this space are, oh my God, oh, they don't mess it. Bro, I don't care what race, I don't care what time period. The nerds have always been at the bottom. Sorry, it is what it is. Deal with it. Life ain't fair. And so as men, what you generally do is through life, you figure out the type of women that like you. I'm going to give you some real game. I know the type of women that like me. Then I know the type of women I could take advantage of.
That's pimp shit, man.
Oh, Tommy.
Woman that if I'm down on my luck, I could get her car, I could get her check, period. That's something that you usually understand as a man as you date. The problem with these dudes is like they don't seem to understand that oh, well, maybe the 8s and 9s and 10s don't like me. Maybe I need to dial it back to a 7. No, instead they'll shoot for that 8, 9, and 10, get used by her, and say, oh, all women are like this. Again, I probably could count on one hand how many women I've taken to a roof Chris. I ain't driving around in BMWs and Benzes all day, and I live in California. I got two younger brothers who are broke as shit. No cars. They have no problem dating.
Can't get out the way of women.
They have no problem dating. So this whole social media thing that y'all stuck on, that again, you even referenced the video. It's a skit, my guy. It's literally made to be obnoxious. If it's not obnoxious, guess what? We ain't playing it on this show. Like, I'm literally telling you, this is social media, bro. If folks understood how to figure out if a girl likes you, they'd get out of the way of a lot of these issues they have. Because women, no matter if it's the old days or the new days, if they like you, they act a certain way towards you. And guess what? When you say, let's go to Applebee's, they going to say, let's go. And if they don't say that, then guess what? My guy, she don't like you. It's that simple.
Does art imitate life, or does life imitate art?
Bro, art exaggerates life a lot of times. And that's what a lot of these skits do. It exaggerates.
So it's an exaggeration of reality, is what you're saying?
Let me ask you a
But
question. Have you
that
ever been in that?
hang on,
Have
hang
you
hang
been
on,
in that
hang on,
exact
hang on.
situation ever?
Have I? Yes. Have I been on a date and found out a woman had an OnlyFans? Actually, no. I didn't go out on an actual date with her. I found out in my background check. I do background checks on women.
Okay, and how many women have that been in your whole dating career?
3.
And how many women have you dated in your whole life?
Dated seriously or just been out on a date with?
Out on a date. However further you took them chicks.
Going out to dinner? I don't know. 60, 70, 80? I don't know. I don't keep track of how many I've been on.
So
took out to dinner.
3 out of 60.
Well, no, when I started doing background checks. You also have to remember when OnlyFans came about. This is fairly new.
So let me ask you a question. If you just don't happen to keep on picking up OnlyFans chicks, and I'm telling you, I'm in California, the home of that shit, and I've never picked up one.
Please don't put words in my mouth. I didn't say I only picked up
Okay. No, I didn't say only. I said if you seem to keep picking up these OnlyFans chicks. Do you think that's what you're picking? That's the type of woman that you're picking?
No. Because these women look like Alicia. Natural. I don't do weave or lashes or makeup or nails. My daughter's mom has none of that stuff. I don't even deal with women like that. What I didn't notice and what somebody had to put me onto was that the girl next door look actually does very well on OnlyFans. I didn't know that because I'm not on OnlyFans.
That's what I was going to ask.
So the girl next door look does very well on OnlyFans, so they make a lot of money. I did not know that. So the type of woman that I'm actually attracted to is also on OnlyFans. Now, I'm not saying that's the only woman, but they're also on there. I do agree with you. It's not every woman, but the idea that you couldn't come across this if you're actively out here dating, it is a possibility.
No, it's a possibility, absolutely. But what I'm saying is generally if you're looking for a certain type of chick, you generally won't come across that type of chick. If you pick 3 natural chicks that are literally usually the opposite of OnlyFans chicks, generally, then that still kind of leads me back to who are you looking at?
And that's what I'm trying to tell you. I think that there's a thought process of they look like this. They have this type of look. I'm trying to explain to you that I thought the same way, Tommy. I thought the same way, and I avoided them only to find out they have a natural look too.
That's depressing.
And what I found out by doing some research is that the girl next door, some of the highest paid OF girls they have a girl, they're not even that attractive. They have like a girl next door look. They just look like regular women.
Well, let's get this understood, bro. OnlyFans is like the NBA. 99.9% of chicks ain't getting paid shit.
Right, of course. I'm not arguing that with you.
Gotcha.
The average pay is like $100. I get you. I'm not arguing that. I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying that the only point I'm arguing with Uncle Jeff is that it's not as plentiful and abundant as he says it is. That's my only argument. It's not as plentiful. I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm not saying that anything can happen. You can find this woman. They're out there, sure. But this idea that these women are just out here, that's just not reality. And if you have standards, you have real standards. And I'm not talking about the way she looks, but I'm talking about when we start breaking down how much debt she might possibly have, whether she has children. When you start really going to start looking at some other things, that number gets smaller and smaller and smaller. And for some of us, those things matter.
I mean, to be honest with you, you talk about that, you're gonna be knocking people off, not just women. Shit,
I agree. I agree. I'm not. That's what I'm saying. I'm not. No. I'm just saying it's not as abundant and plentiful. Maybe on both sides. Maybe for the women too.
Well, I think what Uncle Jeff is talking about is just generally, because I think your standards might be a lot tighter than most people's. But I think generally, just to find like a decent woman out there, I think it is plentiful. Now to meet like your standards as far as like debt, credit score and stuff like that. I don't want to put nothing on you. I don't know if that's part of it, but I'm just saying your criteria that might make. I mean, because the more criteria you put on there, of course, it's gonna shrink the field. But I'm talking more generally in the space when you're hearing these guys talk about the women in the space. And I think that's where Uncle Jeff comes from too. Is these guys speak as if most of these women are like these Instagram girls or these OnlyFans girls, and I'm like, nah, that's not true. Or, you know, even when I first got in space, you got to have a Benz, or you got to have a Beamer, or you got to make six figures. It's just like, bruh, I know too many people who don't touch none of them things, and they have no issue getting women. It's like it's a varsity, but it's pushed on social media, and again, it's kind of a one. It's a hot topic, so it goes viral real quick, and you can make funny ass skits out of it. So that makes it go viral real quick. So you see a lot more of it, and it makes it seem like it's the norm out here. I'm telling you, I've dated a lot. I've rarely taken a woman to a 5-star restaurant. I personally don't like them. I'd rather go to IHOP than a 5-star restaurant because I get more bang for my buck. You know what I'm saying? That's how I am.
Facts.
But and again, like I've been told in this space that I have attributes that others don't, so I might get a little bit more played or whatever. But I'm just saying in general, the and we've said this before, those demands that you see that these women are putting up on social media, those are for the guys they don't like. The guys they like, all that shit gets thrown out the window. And most men know that our age. When they like you, all of that shit goes right out the window. They get goofy.
There's a song, Tommy. Is Can we cuss on here?
Yeah.
R. Kelly's song, I'm Fucking You Tonight.
Oh.
You must be into whining and dining and spending. I do, in the words of Biggie, it's 8 tracks and 6 packs while I hit that. And the thing I push back again, I said chivalry, confidence, and humor. I didn't say looks, money, none of that. I know dudes that shout out to this dude. I'm gonna tell the story again. I went to high school with a dude named Soup. We call him Soup. His name was Thomas Campbell. Thomas Campbell was as dark as Tommy's cabin right now. This dude.
That's awesome.
No, real. He was jet black in the 80s when dark skin didn't come in till Wesley Snipes stabbed Christopher Williams in the back of the hand. That's when dark skin died. Before that, when light skin died. Before that, light skin dudes was the shit. Soup was jet black, but he kept his hair crisp. His sneakers was spotless. His clothes was nice. He was fun to be around. A lot of niggas need to ask themselves, who the fuck want to be around you? You dark. He wasn't a dark person. He was cool to be around. And he couldn't keep women off of him with a taser and a fucking riot shield. And it's the same shit. You can magnetize the right woman to you. If they all wrong, then they all wrong. But dudes I know that got game to this day don't have that problem. God forbid me and my wife break up. My wife ain't good looking for 55. My wife is fine. If we broke up today, I don't like the way you're shaking your head, Trey. If we broke up today, it would really fuck me up. Okay, where I'm gonna put my cars, where I'm gonna put my shit. The last thing I'm worried about? Female attention. It's really not that hard to get. And I ain't got to fuck them all. I really don't. It really isn't. Here's an idea. How about be pleasant and interesting? And be interested. If you can make a woman feel safe and interested, you can do that bowling. I can't believe that I've been in bowling alleys. They're not empty. I've been in roller skate rinks. They're not empty. There's got to be the woman that want to be with you will sit in the fucking park and throw rocks at squirrels. They really will. But you got to have game to make a woman want to skip over being in some dude's Ferrari to come and throw rocks at squirrels with you. You can't just be bitter. You can't just be looking at her through a fucking microscope or with a magnifying glass looking for her fucking flaws. You're going to have to just be. And a lot of dudes are deathly fucking afraid of that. They're afraid of rejection. And some of it's real. Because new rejection ain't 80s rejection. Now you subject to be on Instagram getting rejected. And I get that. I get that. But what happened to Top Golf? What happened to miniature golf? The movies. I refuse to believe this because I talk to too many young people about this. Once a month, I'm gonna overshare. I got a nice view of the Rose Bowl where I stay. My daughter, my son, they bring their friends over and sit in my backyard and smoke weed. And it's a bunch of 19, 20, 21 that I know ain't somewhere out getting DUIs, ain't somewhere out getting shot at. They out there. And these are young girls I know. It's not all of them. I'm going to stand on that. It ain't all of them. It's a gang of them. But if it's all of them, I say you should just fucking move. I wouldn't even complain about it. I don't go to motorcycle shows looking for cars. There's no cars here. If you're saying there's no cars here, then nigga pack.
And Jeff, we in California.
Bruh.
That's where that shit's gonna be at the max.
Bruh. That's
like,
a dude.
If what you're saying is true, that most of the women are like that, it's 150% gonna be that here. So if we're here telling you that that's that, then the motherfucking Ohio shouldn't be telling me that, oh, all the women are like that. Because we're from the main capital of the United States.
Where you at?
I'm in the Bay. I'm in the
Bruh.
Bay.
Okay, here. Let me try to draw the picture of Northern and Southern California. If I stand at a stoplight long enough, I'm going to see more than 5 cars that cost more than $150,000. Just running around. Just real talk. If I go out in public, you're going to see cats with $75,000, $80,000 watches on everywhere. When I see couples together, they're not all jumping out of Ferraris with $80,000 watches on. It's just not that. And this is the capital of that shit. People say that LA is where the shallow people are. I don't believe that. I believe LA is where the shallow people come. The California is where the shallow people from all over the fucking country come to migrate. But that don't mean it's all of them. I'm sorry.
We're wasting time making an argument for the minority. If your argument is it's not all of them, fine. I can agree to that. It's not all of them. Great. But by saying it's not all of them, it's some of them. You're agreeing that the majority are worthless. So you're asking men to go find the small minority, which to me, it's bad advice. It's just ridiculous.
So then deal with the horrible ones. Is that your advice? Because that's what you got, unless you're going gay. I mean, is there a third?
I don't know. I don't know why you would have to go gay. And that's
no. That's what I'm saying. I don't either. That's what I don't see. Trey. I don't think you. I think you're seeking to disagree with me again.
No,
because
I'm not.
I agreed with you in the first place, and I said that it's most.
But you said
of them.
unless you're seeking to go gay, why would you don't have to?
No. Here's why. Here's why. If you allow me to answer,
you could just not date at all.
Okay, or not date at all. There you go.
I just find it funny that you jumped to gay.
Because I'll tell you why.
I know you're a comedian, so maybe it was for the joke, but I don't know.
No, it wasn't. I'm really going to try to answer that. If there's only a few good women in a sea of horrible ones, which I happen to agree with, and you don't want to look for the good ones, and you don't want to deal with the horrible ones, I don't see the only other third is celibacy. And that's out for me. So I don't see how you don't. It's either bad women, good women, very few good women, a bunch of bad women, or go gay. That was that. Though I don't see how that's such a leap. That's not even a joke. That's
it is a leap
because what women do. It's what women do.
It is a leap because your decision to not want to be involved in the game has nothing to do with your sexuality. It is a leap.
No, bruh. This is what women do. Ladies, am I wrong about this? There are women who are fucking with women because they're tired of dudes. Now, I can't get that tired of women. would never do that. But this is what it sounds like. Nigga, this is what it sounds like when
No,
doves crack.
that's what you want to make it sound like, and that's
Bruh,
fine.
I don't know what you. Here, I'll be real with you. It sounds like you don't want to answer to your problem. You want to go your way? Go on your way.
No.
So,
But then again, here's the
Let me ask
difference
you a question,
between me
Jeff.
and you. Here's the difference before you answer that, Tommy. I'm gonna go and put this shit out. Here's the difference between me and you.
Men. I want
I
older
have
men to stop acting
never
like
ever, and maybe that's the problem, Tommy.
have the answer.
I
You
ain't
don't have
never
the answer.
had. This is the ugliest I've ever been.
And
So
here's
you're
the
right.
thing.
I can't relate
The
you.
issue
All right,
is,
guys.
the issue is that when we got to start talking about, we got to talk about whether or not it's quality or not. What you find attractive, I may not. And that's another issue here. Just because you guys will say, "Well, I can get this woman," I may look at that woman and say, "Well, I don't find her attractive."
Okay,
she may be too big. She may not be attractive. She may not be pretty. She may have bad. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Let's be clear.
My
But roster is dimes.
everybody on YouTube is always messing with a baddie. Everybody got a baddie on YouTube.
Hey man, go to my Facebook page. Here, okay, I'll tell you what. Ain't gonna do this here.
No.
Okay, while y'all doing that, I got two uncles on the panel tonight. Can I get my light-skinned uncle to talk?
My wife, you just gonna get upset.
No, it's impossible.
I leave wives out of
it. You couldn't upset me.
What's up, Trey?
Uncle Trey Fur, what you got to say? Yeah, I've got my two uncles up here tonight. I got my dark-skinned uncle, got my light-skinned uncle. I'm happy. You know, this is like Baskin Robbins up in here. What you got to say? I don't know what you all been listening to, what videos you watch, but what say you?
Yo, you're on mute, dude. You're on mute.
The mute monster biting your ass right now.
Hit the mute button, dude.
Yeah, you good. Nope.
No, you're still on fucking mute. Do you even know how to use a computer yet?
Hit it again. Hit it again.
Yeah, nothing, Trey.
That's
what happens. You get a max. I told you should not got a max.
We heard you for a minute.
Damn.
I think you're scared away.
Go ahead, Alicia. Go ahead, Alicia.
Often I hear, well, I want to say I love Kevin Samuels. And often I hear the men's perspective that when a woman is older, she should remove attraction from the equation. Is it the same for men? If they're having a hard time finding someone, should they remove attraction from the equation?
Yes.
I did that.
Yes.
Why settle?
And the problem is, to be honest with you, I think that's more important for us than women. So it's harder for men to do it than women. I think.
I kind of disagree with that.
Oh, I couldn't quite hear you said you think it's more challenging for men to remove attraction.
Yeah, because I think with men, like your woman's attraction is attached to your ego. You know
okay,
I
see.
I think that's why I think. I mean, Grumman said he disagrees, but that's kind of
why can't you get both? Like, why can't you get a beautiful woman with a good personality? There's so many out there. You just need to look. Like, good example. I have a cute dog. That is my trump card. I take my little beagle down to the park.
Oh, you are.
Oh my god, that's a cute dog. You want to pet it?
Him.
By the way, what's your number?
Oh,
it works every goddamn time. I got
dog,
5 numbers like that.
Yeah. I gotta push back too, Tommy. Well, first off, above a certain age, I don't understand monogamy for men. I think a man should be with as many women as he can be honest with. You need to stop at the number you got to lie to. Okay, what we doing? Over a certain age, we're not having kids. I'm not naturally monogamous. I'm not going to hurt your feelings. I'm not going to be dishonest with you. But I'm not looking for one woman.
But hold on, Jeff.
Yes, sir.
This is a guy that's having trouble with finding women. This is not a guy that just got
okay, yeah. Okay, my bad. Let me lose some altitude. Yeah, if you're having trouble, then yes, Tommy, you're exactly right. I'm sorry. But I don't see why
trouble. I'm sorry to cut you off. If you have trouble, buy a beagle. Take it down the park. There you go. Like Grace, let me ask you a question.
So
if you see a cute beagle coming down and he's waving his tail at you and I'm walking him, are you going to pet him?
If he comes up to me,
Yes,
Yeah.
my beagle, my dog. So then I start
Yes.
talking to you. I go, hey, by the way, what is your number? What's your name? Most likely you're gonna say two
That's
things.
how I met my
Fuck
husband. It
you,
was a
or
dog.
here's my number.
A puppy.
I've seen it.
Yeah, I mean, if the conversation is good and I'm feeling you, yeah, you can get my number.
Remember
Alicia, let me ask the
Boomerang?
same question to you. If you see a cute dog coming down with me and you start petting and we're having a great conversation, and again, you have two options. I get your number or you tell me to go fuck off. Which one would you pick?
Oh, I'll give you my number. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I rest my
And
case.
what was that, Trey?
Floor is yours.
Alicia, are you talking attraction or arousal?
No, attraction, because if they're responsible enough to take care of this puppy.
Well, I'm asking if you said should a man lower his attraction level? I'm asking when you say attraction, are you saying whether or not she turns him on, or are you saying whether or not he's attracted to the person she is?
Oh, I guess it'll be arousal. Yes, thank you. Thank you. That definitely clarifies it.
Then in that case, then no. Because that's only going to lead to future problems down the road. Men need to be aroused by the woman they're dealing with.
Okay, so with that being said, thank you, Trey.
So do women don't need to?
So women should.
The question wasn't
remove
about
their
women, it's
arousal?
about men.
Okay.
Well, no, but it was based around the fact that men tell women that they should. So
Yes.
that's kind of what it's based off of.
So should women remove
Go ahead.
that arousal? Should women remove that from the equation as well?
I'm sorry, but kitty cat got to get wet for me to.
Right.
I mean, come on now.
Me
Shit.
is mentally.
I'm not dead.
How far we got to
Idris
lower the
Elba.
bar? Okay.
And if you're
Alicia, do you see why I asked the question? Because there is a difference. No matter what age the man or the woman is, you have to be aroused by the person. They got to get you going. They got to get the blood running. It has to happen. Now, attraction to me is a little bit different. What type of person you are, morals, character, value. I can be not attracted to you, but be aroused by you. It's two different things.
Yeah, I never looked at it like that. Thank you.
Yeah, that's a good way
You're
to look
still
at
on
it.
mute, Trey. For
Hey man, is your mic plugged in?
Trey, I told you a long time ago. I'm gonna tell you one more
Plug your
time.
mic in.
Get
Trey
a real
Ferg,
PC. Get rid of that Mac.
Hey Trey
For
Ferg,
me?
what generation you in again? Kicking your ass. Technology kicking your ass right now.
Yeah, you just
I'm
talking to
sorry,
you.
Got
him
him
or
bigger
our
phone
I
page?
leg
can't
lock.
hear you.
just go in the chat, Trey. For
And for me, I would have to be.
Or use
I
your
would have
phone.
to be attracted in order to be aroused.
How about
They have to have a good character. Mental and physical health is more important than I guess looks or height or any of that. They have to be a man of African descent, but none of that really matters. They just have to have good character, intellectual. So I have to be attracted to that in order to be aroused.
You're sapio.
Yes, I learned about that term recently. Oh my goodness.
I can't.
That's
Same here.
So I am a little new to that term. Can you educate us, please?
Sapiosexual.
You are attracted to intellect other than physical qualities.
Okay.
You're more attracted to intellect. You need that in a relationship. That's me all day.
Yeah. You had to be able to talk about and that was one of the things that I mean, besides the fact I looked at her and was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to do this. Besides that, when I first met my wife, we talked for hours about nothing that had to do with either one of us or sex, or at the time she was into organ. She worked in organ donation. So she made the wheels turn when you decide to give your loved one's organs up. So she was in the hospital all the time. She was dealing with
I ain't trying to talk about that.
I was in. If a woman can talk to me about some shit I don't know, I'm fucking glued. I'm glued. If we can watch a whodunit, a mystery movie, and try to figure out the shit, which pisses my wife off. I'm usually 30 minutes ahead of the movie.
Escape rooms. Oh my gosh.
Escape rooms, all that shit. I love that. These dudes that hate, these dudes that like dumb women, I don't get it. I don't want no dumbass woman around me. I love being with a woman.
It's dangerous.
There's that. So yeah. Sapio is a
I
thing.
actually agree with you, but I'm gonna add on a twister to it. I need a woman who has like some things in common with me. Like, okay, I'm a geek. I like Marvel, DC, in comic books. I like maybe not as acknowledged as I am, but at least be able to hold a conversation. Then I'm glued to you. Like I'm a chef. Like if you jump in the kitchen, you want to cook with me, like okay, cool. I can enjoy that. If you want to go to a winery, I'm not a wine person, but I will, give and take. If I'm making sense here.
Yeah, like I gotta date a guy that's into sports because I'm into sports.
Yeah.
I like going to the games. I like going
There you
out of town to go to the games. You know, it has to.
Grace, the question I got for you, is it a Jet fan or a Giant fan? Which one is it?
What I'm a Jets fan, but as long as look, I like rivalry sometimes. Like I dated a Miami Dolphin player, was in his skybox all jetted out, so that was fun. He was like, "Please behave yourself. I got my agent, my family there, and can you not dress in Jets? Come on, man. We're at a Jets Miami game, and I'm not going to dress in a Jets outfit." But you have to have common interest. You have to have conversation. You have to have sexual compatibility. You have to be equally yoked.
Knock, knock. Grace,
for it to work. Yes, sir.
Grace, let me get this straight. You were dating a professional athlete.
Yes.
That
I've
asked you
three of them.
What year? What game? What year was that game at? You went.
He tore his ACL that game playing Tampa.
Okay, back up.
Okay.
Back up. Very important. You were dating a professional athlete at this time, not the other two, this one, who asked you not to do something and you did it.
Yeah.
Your face is classic, dude.
Okay. Do you see how maybe, just maybe, if you'd have just had a Jets key ring or something, that he might still be around, maybe?
Maybe.
Okay. Well, that's it. That's all I need. That's a big lesson right there.
He already knew what he was getting himself into when he asked me
what
out.
did you get yourself out of? This is what I'm trying to tell sisters a lot of times.
I hear you.
Okay.
I wasn't obedient.
Grace, do you know why he didn't want you to wear the Jets jersey though?
Because he's a Miami Dolphin player and that's our rivalry.
There you go. That's the reason why he didn't want you to wear it.
Only thing I want to know from Grace, was it in New Jersey Stadium?
No, it was in Miami.
Oh, okay,
but they weren't even playing the Jets. They were playing Tampa Bay.
It doesn't matter.
I know.
You want him to walk you around by the hand and introduce you. This is my lady. Do you know what that says to all his dudes? That she don't listen to him.
Wearing the enemy's jersey.
She don't. This is a super point. This is a learning point right here. You represent obstinance in that very space and time. As pretty as you are, you don't.
I still have his picture up here. We still cool.
You cool, but his drawers ain't upstairs. Here's my point. Please stop trying to avoid my point.
Okay, but I was very young and dumb back then.
I got that. So let's give this lesson to the young and dumb.
No, I would never do that. I'll be a fucking Dolphin fan all the way.
Nobody's asking you to do that either. Can we please teach the young dumb right now? Is that all right?
Yes.
Here's the impasse here. What you represented in that moment to a gladiator. This is a gladiator. Yes.
He blamed me for tearing his ACL because I jinxed him.
I'm trying to cross the street. Cars keep coming. He was a Spartan, and you wanted to dress like the other people they went to fight. How is he going to bring you around his fellow Spartans? All he was asking for. We don't ask for much. Y'all got to listen closer. That one right there, I got to tell you, if he brought you to the skybox, he's an athlete. Do you know how much pussy was falling out of the sky for this dude? He brought you to the skybox. This was not your opportunity to I'll show him. Not that. Ladies, look for the opportunity to be peaceful. You were not a metaphor for peace in that moment. And that's all I'm saying.
And I'll take it. You're absolutely right. He still to this day blames me that he tore his ACL because I jinxed him wearing that shit's Jets bullshit in his skybox.
Grace, did you guys break up for that reason?
You picked the Jets over a man? Who picks the fucking Jets over a man? Nobody
Grace
picks the
does.
Jets. Nobody picks the Jets ever.
22 strangers, by the way. You got this one in the hand. You got a dolphin in your hand.
Not the Jets. I mean, I could see if it was, any other team. But the Jets?
This also points to bites at the apple, sisters. How many bites at the apple? How many do you think you're going to get? Yeah, there you go, Trey. 2. You had 3. Yeah. How many? This is when you have to start talking about height. You had height, weight, size, speed, money, fame.
Wait, he was 6'9"?
No, he wasn't 6'9".
He was 6'9".
Wait, you had multiple 6-footers?
Ego.
Yes, I told you all my life I've never had a problem getting a tall guy because tall guys like short girls.
Okay, but here's the thing. Any woman can make a man come. The trick is making him stay.
True.
The trick's making him stay. And this isn't even about the other pendulum swing. I'm just going, well, I guess I got to be a Dolphins fan now. No, you just don't have to be a Jets fan in his face and rub his friends, his coach, his players, his parents. You don't have to rub everybody's faces in it. It's not your moment. This is your moment to be with him in his moment and show everybody why he set you aside. And it wasn't to wear a Jets uniform. That's the deal. That's the point. That's the place that so many young women are in. How do you get a black woman to jump out of an airplane? Have a black man tell her not to. There's so many of you there. You got to be able to cultivate peace. This is yes. Remember when we talked about the peace model last time? This is the thing I help sisters with. Your peace model. How do you create peace? What about you represents peace like your fingerprint that's different than any other woman's piece? Because that's what you're going to get. You can get a tall dude, but the clock is ticking. That's how you get him. You be peaceful. You not know when to shut the fuck up, not know when to be diminutive, not know when to take your food and eat under the stairs. Nobody's asking you to do that. Know when to be peaceful.
And with that note, Trey Ferg, are you? Can we hear you now?
I don't know. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
All
Yes.
right. Listen.
What say you? We're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna see what Trey Ferg has to say. We're gonna do our final thoughts, and we're gonna wrap it up. This has been awesome tonight. But go ahead, Uncle Ferg. What say you?
I couldn't have said it better than Uncle Jeff. I came up here because I heard some light skin slander by you, Grace. Let me tell you something. So yeah, and you're talking, and I would say if I would give it a time frame, you're talking over 10 years ago where you had this experience, right?
No, it was past. It was 2000, 2002.
Hold on. Okay, so you're talking. Okay, a little.
So I was young. I was really young.
So a little over 20 something years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you were in your prime. You had the look that guys like. Tall guys like short, fit women. That's one thing we have to make sure we understand.
Yeah.
Most tall guys don't like a short, nice. I ain't talking about a mature woman, but she has to be a little fit to fit within that frame you like. And this is where the ego comes in. I think if women can understand that early, then guys, they want a woman, but the ego to fight against something, to wear a jersey just to spite because this is where you are, I don't think they can see how that can damage the future. Incidents like that, because even as men, and I hope we can get this understanding, even as men, we may meet a lot of women in our life, but it'll probably be 2 or 3 of those that we could possibly look and say, damn, I should have married her. And I don't think most men, as they mature, they don't pass it by. See, right now, it seems like the men are just seeing a whole bunch of the same. I was out this weekend, and none of the women that I saw, and there was a lot of women, were acting like they were too good to have someone that they wanted to date. I think, YouTube is sort of throwing it all in the same fucking ball of wax. And some people speak, just from a lot of hurt and pain from it. But there's others that still looking to, get out there at 22 who ain't experienced what the 45 and 50-year-old experienced yet. And they being led down the wrong path on just how to obtain that lifestyle. The women for the young women to really to be able to live in that lifestyle, they sort of gonna have to walk in their feminine energy earlier in life, because women that are older can see how it works against them. And the men, Uncle Jeff, we may give the advice, they don't see the 30 years past that you've already experienced. And it's gonna take the women to support those messages, like you're saying, to the younger women. And I think that'll see a better way for them, because like we only going to have a few opportunities to meet the one that we can build with and grow with. And we like her scent. And I'm like Trey, I like a fine woman. I like a natural woman that smells like just natural buttered soap out the shower. I like those type of women.
Shea butter, cocoa butter.
But you see, Trey, he didn't been through 3 divorces because he kept picking the trophy women. Until this day, he still tells me, I let you get away.
Yeah,
but because he kept choosing women just because there were trophy women. And look and look now, we're both divorced and with nobody. But the point is, we both made bad decisions based on shallow things, if that makes any sense.
And this is where we are 25 years past. We've all experienced it. I experienced it, Brother Jeff, before we got married, we all go through those ups and downs as far as relationship. But this is why I think the space can help the younger generation.
Absolutely. And I agree with you. And I'll take accountability. You know what I'm saying? I should have not even wore any sports thing. I should have just looked cute, sat my ass there, and did what I was supposed to do. And maybe we would have got.
That's not you, Grace. We know that already.
Jersey. Yeah. That's what should have happened. You should
have.
A
what?
You should have put on a Dolphins jersey.
Oh no, we're not gonna know.
His name and his number. That's what you should have done.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
I would have listen. I'm gonna fix it up like it's.
If I would have married him, I would have been a Miami Dolphins fan.
You got that backwards. You got that backwards. If you'd have worn a Dolphins jersey, you might have married him.
You might have been his wife. And then
that's what's important.
You could have put MRS dot and then his last name on the back of your jersey.
How about that?
Okay, y'all are right. Y'all are right.
No, it's not enough for us to be right. It's not enough. It's not enough for you to acquiesce, sis.
Hello.
Because you can't get you can get somewhere we can't. That's the importance of this, is for you to reach younger women. We can't teach. Brother Ferg just brought it up. You gotta do this. It's not enough for you to just know it. It's younger women who need to see this, because they're the ones that are gonna fucking suffer. Now you telling me where this dude is now, and you ain't doing nothing now. What the fuck y'all doing? Why don't y'all go out?
Because we're in different states.
Okay. Y'all got planes? We got these silver.
I'm not. But this was over 25 years ago. It's not the same anymore.
Well, guess what? You don't have the past. It's gone. You don't have the future because it's not here yet. You know what you have right now?
The present.
Now, if you And yes, Alicia's hair is fire. Oh my God, I love your
Could you
process.
let me just holler at her for a second, bro?
Oh shit.
Who
Where did
is
come
that?
from?
Hi.
Grooving.
I don't
I
know.
mean, what you talking
That
about?
wasn't me.
What's that?
I don't know.
That was some dude. Hello, some
There's
dude.
some dude that
How you
y'all just
doing?
have lurking in the back. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just here chilling.
Oh, okay. Well,
Did you
hey,
see
y'all.
lurking, Uncle Jeff?
You're lurking, nigga, just out of nowhere.
Come on, bro. Come on, dog. Don't do that.
Oh, bruh.
That's
Okay, first I'm hating on you because I got this Joe Pesci thing right here. I always want to sound cool.
And he
I
sound
never
like Darth
sounded
Vader.
I'm
I
logging
did. I
off.
never
You got
sounded
it. You guys
cool,
got it.
and I never looked cool. I always,
Got it,
whenever
bro.
I tried to look cool, I just looked sleepy.
Hey, Grace, didn't you say his picture was up?
Yeah, it's right here. I still have it up. Yeah,
Okay.
he signed it for me.
Okay.
Too
So
lucky, my baby.
You
Where's
killing
my,
me.
you know?
So he ain't that far gone. He's right over your shoulder.
He ain't gone at
Yep.
all.
He ain't
Y'all
gone
need to
at
quit
all.
bullshitting. You need to quit bullshitting. I guess you're gonna wake up younger tomorrow, huh?
No, sir.
Then you need to quit bullshitting and call that man and get rid of whatever that is, whatever that energy is that made you wear a Jets jersey and a fucking skybox. You need to grill that shit up and eat it, and get it and get a hold of that man. If y'all still got feelings for each other, somebody's bullshitting. Somebody need to put their shit in boxes.
What makes you think we have feelings for each other still? We're just good friends. That's it.
Okay, well, you know, yeah, that's crazy. Why even consider a relationship with a man that you find attractive, that you were sexually compatible with, and that you're friends? There's so much
25
more,
years ago, I'm not the same person.
Okay,
He's
so,
not
yeah,
the same person.
exactly. So it makes no sense to even try, huh?
No, I'm
okay,
good.
fair enough.
I'm
Fair
good.
enough.
I'm good.
Are you afraid to get rejected?
Huh?
Are you afraid that you might get rejected?
No, not afraid to get rejected, but he's not the same man that he was. He's on a lot of medication, going through a lot because of his NFL career, and it's just no. I'm not. I'm not no holler back chick. He should have hollered at me back then.
He
And
did.
I'm not.
He invited you to a skybox
Yeah,
and you
trying
wore
to
a Jets
skybox.
jersey.
What are you talking about?
He didn't holler at you? Really? All the pussy he had and he didn't holler at you.
He hollered.
He hollered hard, sis.
Screamed
You were
at
in the fucking skybox.
And
you
you said-
snatched defeat from the jaws of victory.
And you said instead, you said JETS, Jets. That's what you said instead.
Thank you.
What you said?
He should have. Don't You can't put that on him. He tried. How
He
much
had
harder
you
can
down
he
in
try?
Miami. He had
What
you
else
in
could he have done except pull you from a burning car? This dude had you in the skybox.
That's
I'm
not
not
a big deal to these football players. That's nothing new to them.
Big deal. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. Since putting you in the skybox wasn't a big deal, since bringing you around his friends, his coach, his livelihood, and his family wasn't a big deal, could you please tell me what else he could have
I
done?
didn't go around his family. I didn't meet the coach, and it was just some of his homeboys and his agent that was in the skybox.
Okay,
and it
his
was.
homeboys?
You met his agent?
You met his agent.
Come on.
I mean, you guys have to remember, I had a limousine company. I came across a lot of athletes and celebrities. So it wasn't like I was.
Skybox.
Are they all on the wall?
Oh,
Are they all on the wall behind you?
Grace, hold your thumb up and hold your pointer finger up. Just go ahead and take the L. Just hold that L.
Take the L.
Just hold that L, Grace.
There we go. I'll take the L.
There it is.
But Travel One hit it. I don't want to be a hospice wife right now.
No, that's
he's
fine.
not.
We get that, but I do agree with Uncle Jeff here. There's a lesson in this.
I blew an opportunity. With a high value man. Is that what you want me to admit?
No.
I do. That's good enough for me.
No. No. It's not that. You have to come to you. And you can't do it here tonight. But it's an obstinate energy that women who want to be peaceful with men are gonna have to come to Jesus with. And I ain't even a Jesus freak. I don't even believe in that shit, really. I love God. I fire King James as his publicist. That's all. I'm saying that that energy, that there is no room. There you go. There is no more room for sassy from women who want to be with men. You're gonna have to drop your sassy license. There's no room. We're not looking for it. We don't have to. We want peace. And if you can't provide it, then like Trey said, I'm gone.
Yeah, Grace, on my Instagram page, in my little bio, I have POP, and it stands for peace over pussy. That's where I'm at in my life. So where Uncle Jeff is talking about, he's right. I mean, that's where I'm at. Like, a lot of men are choosing the birds chirping in the morning and drinking their coffee on their balcony over being with a woman. Like, it's just so much more peaceful than to deal. A lot of y'all women don't realize it's a lot of chaos and turmoil inside of y'all. Just naturally, there's a lot of things going on within y'all. And for men, we work to get to a point where we can put all that stuff to the side. We don't have to worry about certain things. We get to a peaceful nature. And if we don't already have that woman that grew with us to get to that point, bringing her in could be a huge mistake if she doesn't help us maintain or increase,
amplify,
the peace that we already have.
Yes.
So it's extremely important. That's why I'm saying to a lot of these younger guys, you guys have to make a determination on what it is that you really want. Because if you're going to bring a woman into your life, there's a lot of shit that comes along with a woman. And I don't think that they're doing it intentionally. That's just the nature of women. That's who they are. You have to understand that there's a lot of chaos. I look at my last relationship. I'm like, yo, most of the time she was just being a woman. She probably couldn't even help it. I didn't see it that way because I looked at it as I'm just trying to chill. I had a long shift. I worked 12 hours chasing motherfuckers, you know what I mean? Helicopters and dogs and shit. I'm tired. I don't want to do all that. But I wanted to get to some peace. When you get to a point now where you've made enough money or you're retired, a lot of these guys are retired.
Outrun you, dick.
Yeah, right. They want peace. And they're looking at the women like, well, you're only going to disrupt that peace, and I don't want that.
That's it.
But you guys are acting like I don't know this already. We're talking about something that happened 25 years ago. I preach this on my channel.
It was for a lesson, Grace. We were just using you.
Right.
Okay.
And Grace, with love, you didn't bring up the Jets jersey as a mistake. So it is.
I was just telling a story. So
absolutely. And we didn't mean to. I'm not trying to chew you up.
But you're taking it as a learning moment, a teachable moment.
Yes. Here, you remember?
Here.
This is something I think all ladies should work on. Your peace model. If I may, I'm gonna give you an example. Let's use football. You start dating a dude. Shit's going great. He looked like you want him to look. You smell like he wants you to smell. Y'all look good together. Everything is fantastic. But y'all ain't quite there yet. Super Bowl Sunday. You're not necessarily invited to this thing that's all him and his friends. Halftime comes. Ding dong. It's you. Hey, Tony. I'm not coming to stay. I just came in because I know your buddy Trey, Trey Ferg. I know you was talking about him, and he likes roast beef. And then I know your other friend Trey that was the cop, he likes chicken salad. So I made a chicken salad. I made some roast beef. Here's some chips, and then here's your other friend. And you pass out what it is that you heard from this dude you dating. Give him a kiss on the cheek and leave. Don't even stay. You've just created peace in a situation you weren't in, and you just showed up. Every broad that was there, every dude is gonna go, nigga, who the fuck was that? She came in here and made peace and left? What? There ain't an ass. There ain't an ass big enough. There ain't titties out enough. There ain't a vulgar. All the broads there have just been smoked. You just pulled up and parked a Bentley in the front when you did that shit because that's your peace model. Now, you have to ask yourself, how can I cultivate peace? Because that's the only way you're going to get to a man like Trey. He got the walls up for that crazy shit, and he should. He should. If you can't make peace, we will take some peace over a peace any fucking time when we get to a certain age. When our dick no longer wants war, we want peace. What does your peace model look like, ladies? Ask yourself that.
That was good. That was good. Y'all need to drop. Do we have any super chats, David? Because we haven't read them. We haven't done anything up in here. Y'all slacking. Okay, the dating pool roast reaction says here he comes across as creep. Oh, well, he comes across as creepy, so we'll get overlooked. Okay, next. Honestly, it does not matter for black women. Next.
I don't even know what that means.
Again, dating pool roast reactions. Just not any man will do. Okay, next.
Yes.
Corey Joe says doctors, lawyers, plumbers, or whatever. Next. If you don't have swag or drip, that balloon is popping. The dating pool roast reaction said again, he can talk how he wishes, just not on a dating show. Trying to get women he might offend.
How about
okay? That? And Through the Fire podcast said, HQ, go take a nap, ma'am. Salute to the stream and chat. Again, the dating pool roast reaction says, First Lady was not rude. He was in his feelings when she told him she was not attracted and didn't want to waste his time. The other girls were rude. Okay, we can do that. And dating pool roast reactions comes back again for $5. He was stalking his ex-wife while in a work truck. That is why he got fired. I'll believe it when I see it. Already told you they were rude. First girl was not. And dating pool roast reaction says, Trey, please stop beating your head against the wall. Men will never get tired. Simps will live forever. Men have to come to the table and face it. Damn it. Corey Joe came back and said, like black women boxer challenged that mom boxer. Ayo, WTF. Thank you for all the super chats. Thank you for supporting the Black Man Unfiltered Network. But don't forget to go to my channel and like the video over there too, because it's streaming over there. Don't mind drop a cash app so I can get a ticket to go to Florida, maybe visit the football player. But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get our final thoughts. This was an awesome show. The whole point of this show is that I am tired of women holding men hostage because they're not allowed to say what they want to say or voice what they want to say. Was that guy a jerk on that show? Absolutely. Was he abrasive? Absolutely. Did it warrant it to get that bad? Did it warrant it for him to even lose his job and continue this saga? Get over it, ladies. Build a bridge, cry a river, and get over it. Not everybody's going to talk to you nice. Maybe I can deal with it because I had a dad that didn't sugarcoat shit, and he told me like it was. I brought home A's. He'd be like, well, why not A pluses? That's the kind he always pushed me. He was a jerk. I would get mad at him sometimes, but you know what? It's necessary sometimes. We got to hear it in a raw form. Fuck all this sugar and spice and everything nice. Because y'all bitches ain't nice half the time anyway. So why should men be nice to y'all? No, I'm for real. I always tell my son, you go for the girl that likes you. You go for the girl that asks you, how was your day? Did you eat something today? I know you want that baddie, but that baddie is going to break your heart and is going to, it's not worth it. So ladies, just let's be a little bit nicer, a little bit kinder. You act like you're so strong and independent, but a little words make you act and melt like butter like that. Y'all supposed to be strong and independent and all of that. So just because a man says what he feels, it's a problem. And then it's going to happen a lot more, ladies. These men are going to leave you out the restaurants. These men are going to not call you back. These men are going to block your ass and they're going to ghost you. because they're tired of the bullshit. So with that being said, we'll go around the panel. We'll go to grooming and reviews, the lovely Alicia. Then we'll go to Uncle, my dark skinned uncle, and then we'll go to the light skinned brother, Uncle. Yeah, I'm messing with you today, Trey. Go ahead, grooming and reviews. And I just want to say thank you for everybody for coming on the panel, for the chat, for the trolling, for the super chats. I appreciate it all because either way is still an embracement of grace. Go ahead, grooming and reviews.
I'm gonna be fast and very simple, right to the point for once. Get a beagle, a cute beagle. Welcome to the park. Get her number. You might get a Grace or at least, you never know what you're gonna get. Listen, if I can bring him up here right now, we will be looking at him. So yeah, get a beagle. I'm serious. Get not a beagle. Get a dachshund at least. One of those two, you'll be fine with. Walking around a park, you never know. You might find a cutie over there, and you guys, all three of you guys can walk away. That's it.
Exactly. And thank you for coming, grooming and reviews. I appreciate your support. I know you do, Miss Alicia, my beautiful queen, my black sister. Since I'm known for bashing black women, but okay, well, I'll take that. What say you? Go ahead, give me your final thoughts on what you heard, you saw. I got put in the hot seat. They be putting me in the hot seat on my own shit, and that's okay. And that's okay.
I have to ask, what's your beagle's name, grooming?
Alexander, from Alexander the Great. I named him after.
Should get another name on Bucephalus.
My last one is actually named Hercules, that passed away when we had. And I have his bone actually tattooed on my arm after he died.
Oh, so cute. But final thoughts. If it's worth it, it's not going to be easy. Put in the work, whatever that looks like, and that's different for all of us. And that's it. And thank you for having me.
No, thank you for coming. Okay, Uncle Jeff, what you got? What say you?
Let me go before Uncle Jeff because he's gonna shut it down. So let me just
okay.
Let me get my shit out the way. Let him.
Okay.
That's what I was saying too. Let me go.
Let him close.
Wow. Okay. And my bad, Trey. I forgot that you were in the clouds. My bad.
It's all good. It's all good. Me personally, what I would love to see is I would love to see men stop going on these dating shows that embarrass them and make them look crazy. That's what I would like to see, but I know that that's more than likely not going to happen for whatever reason. I will say this. If you're on these dating shows and judging by what I've seen on these Pop the Balloon show, a lot of these women are low quality. I don't know why you would want to date them anyway. If it were me, I know one of the shows I went, I would have told the lady, just have all of them pop their balloons. I'm not interested in any of them. All of them, have all of them. There's nothing wrong with having standards. Maybe my standards are a little bit higher than most. That's fine. I'll live with that. That's something I got to live with. But we're at a point now where I'm looking at a lot of men, and some of these men don't have any standards at all. And that's an issue. It's a huge problem. You have to be able to hold a woman to a standard. In most cases, most women need a standard to be held to. It has to happen. And for whatever reason, a lot of men here, maybe because of the lack of sex that the majority of the men are not getting, I guess, I don't know, they're acquiescing to what the women want. That'll never work, and we'll never get anywhere with that. Lastly, I'll say this, and I say this all the time. If it costs you your peace, it's too damn expensive.
Absolutely. I appreciate that. Okay, my light-skinned brother from another mother. It's up to is you on?
I mean, everything's Trey said is spot on, but I'm gonna speak a little bit about that age of reason where we all are coming to. Well, guys are coming to now as they start getting to, close to age 40, even the women, and as they get into their late 30s. And this is just a time, and I say it, but I don't mean it in a bad way. This is when that generation of crack start to grow up, and they're fighting each other in a bad space. It's just the time. We all were affected by it. Even Gen Xers were affected by it. We were just lucky enough to be ahead of it when it really started to take over the streets. And now here we are with 2 generations now, going on 3, who sort of had to fight through that mess because, men are doing the best they can. Even brothers have always been on just a playing field, but even with the obstacles, we've been able to fight through it. I think right now it's important for men to really just focus on being the best version of themselves. And if you're doing it, continue to do that. Because as you get older, listen, in your 20s, you're racing to get to the club and happy hour. In your 30s, you're trying to figure it out. You're trying to get your 8 hours. In your 40s, you want peace every day, all day outside of work. And there's no greater peace than to find a woman that you want to be with to have that peace. You know, I'm going to say my last thing. I treat all women like baseball, and they all are 5 based off the looks. If you got the look, you're a 5. Now, can you cook? Do you like to clean? Are you cooperative? Do you bring your Halloween basket to the table and dump it out? Do you bring all your resources to my table? If you don't do that, then fellas, don't waste your time, man. Continue to build your legacy. So as you get to close to age 40, because all of our great leaders were taken out of here before age 40, that's when that light bulb click on. And you move accordingly. Don't change anything. If she's not on your page, don't want to wear your jersey, then you can't take her to the game. She don't go to the game. She don't go to the fair. She don't do none of that.
I ain't telling y'all none of my business no more.
No, but just everybody, bro. All the women.
Oh shit!
Hello. What's up, everybody? I know I'm over here looking like what's his name off the Temptations?
I was thinking,
not the Temptations.
Sam Jackson and Unbreakable.
Yeah.
I was thinking more so of.
I was thinking Nat Turner.
No, Michael Jackson from off Jackson 5. That's what I was thinking. Well, go ahead.
That's deep thought there, sir.
I seen the afro, so I was like, I got to bring it back to the 70s. Uncle Jeff and Uncle Trey, they gonna act like they gonna hate because they can't do this shit ever again in life.
Well, that's not fair. I could grow my hair back, but my hairline has betrayed me, and I don't want to look like Sinestro. I got that shit, so I just shave it. Shout out to Ron Mack. Man, damn it, you should have got here early.
How you doing, sir? I've never met you before, but thank you for coming on.
Oh wow!
God.
My hair never looks like this. My hair never looks like this.
Tell them about your music.
My
man.
hair never looks like this.
Message.
Put it
That's
in
a
the
dope cat
ponytail
right
for the
there. Y'all
crazy
need to look up his music. That's a dope brother.
Yes, sir.
So have you heard anything on the show? Have you seen anything? What do you have to build on with what we've been talking about?
Oh wow. What I heard was I was hearing Uncle Trey Ferg. No, I call him Uncle Trey. That's my Uncle Trey Ferg. And Uncle Jeff, that's my uncle too. Both of them my uncles. They both of them bald. That's
I got
crazy.
both uncles up in here tonight.
They my uncles, not your uncle now. That's your peers. That's your peers now. You up there with your
light skin wisdom.
Don't do them like that.
Grace, you dismiss me. My heart is broken.
Yeah,
I have not dismissed.
If you was light skin in that line, I would have popped my balloon soon as
I don't like light skinned brothers. I like them dark. I like them dark.
Hey, Nene,
you know.
Can you shut my closet? My office door, please.
We'll be enough uncles to spread
I'm about to
around.
smoke. Thank you so much, baby. Yeah,
I'm gonna go buy some weed. He'd have made me fall off the wagon. I'm finna go buy some weed.
Come on, man. Hold on, man.
So Uncle Trey, I was hearing what you were saying about growing old, like stages of your life. Like when you're 20, you work your ass off. When you're 30, shit, I don't know. I'm in my 30s, so I'm still working my ass off.
So trying to figure it out.
Yeah, when you're 40, I'm probably still gonna be working my ass off, and then I'm gonna retire around 50. Some shit.
Good man. Good man.
That's how that's really my plan for real though. You know what I mean? Buying this crib right here was part of it. I really got like a 20-year plan that I'm really step by step just, putting in order, man. So yeah, salute to y'all, man. I'll be in LA in a couple days, Uncle Jeff.
Bruh, if you don't Come on, man. Oh shit. You gotta let me know because I'm leaving town. Actually had a death in my family. My wife's grandfather was 102.
Oh, that's different.
Yeah.
That's different.
He just walked on in to be.
Yeah, that's different. He made it to the upper
Right.
room.
102. Sharp cat. Anyway, walk with Dr. King. Bunch of shit. Anyway. Oh man, look up Alton Brooks. Dope man. At any rate, this was wonderful again tonight, Sister Grace. You really do put on a good show. I really
Thank
do.
you. I try.
I think it's a great show. I think it's informative. It's insightful. If I can say anything, I just don't think that we should give up hope on one another. It's some shitty people out there. It's some shitty people, and if I can say anything, it's on us all to be good, but ladies, it's on you as good to stand out. You've got to separate yourself. You got too many. You got the wrong people doing your publicity. Sexy Red is doing your publicity. Lizzo is doing your publicity. India Ari is not doing your publicity. She should. Her is not doing your publicity. She should, but she isn't.
I love her.
So so what do we have to go on? If you don't separate yourself, we're not going to see you as separate. You got to get away from the scallywags. You got to. If you don't, I keep saying the black woman's biggest enemy is not the bad black man or the bad black woman. It's the good black woman that defends and won't separate herself from the horribles so we can see you good. Young men, I have something definitely for you. It's called Uncle Jeff's Male Important Decision Cream. I'm gonna have
Did you print that out, Uncle Jeff? You finally printed that shit out.
I finally got it for sale. It's for sale. Uncle Jeff's Male Important Decision Cream. This is not for jacking off. You can jack off with baby lotion or any other thing. This is a holy thing. This is something you use to get this guy out of the equation before you go to court, before you buy a car, before you go out on a first date. If you use this,
An important meeting.
Yes, important meetings. Take this. If you use Uncle Jeff's Male Important Decision Cream, you take a woman's pussy from the big joker down to the deuce of spades so you can think. Get some.
I honestly 120% agree with you though, Uncle Jeff, about that though, because
thank you, brother.
That's what these guys need to understand. Like that'll keep you out of a whole lot of mess, man. For real.
Get this guy, because this guy doesn't give a fuck about you. He's a one-eyed bastard that only gives a shit about himself.
The Cyclops.
Your dick. Your dick doesn't care about you.
The Cyclops.
Yes, the Cyclops, man. And as long as your Cyclops is the manager of the team, you'll win a few games, but you're not going to go to the playoffs.
You're going to be like the Jets.
Yeah, come on. You don't want to be. Thank you. Don't be like the Jets. Use Uncle Jeff's Male Important.
Uncle Jeff, Male Important Decision Cream. $29.99.
Wow. Wow.
It's $30.
What are the side effects, Ron Mac?
Huh? Say it again.
You have to say the side effects.
Side effects are great conversation with other women. Proper decision making.
Proper decision making and the extreme need for a nap.
What's the side effects, Uncle Jeff?
You're gonna need a need for a nap. It's got castor oil in it, and it's rumored that castor oil makes you remember longer. I got a little castor oil in here. African shea butter with it ain't cut like the shit at the swap meet. It ain't got nothing but the African ladies' knuckle dust. That's all it's got in
Uncle
here.
Jeff, guess what I learned years ago.
What'd you learn years ago, young man?
Man, that when a man ejaculates,
oh my God,
the same. No, for real. When a man ejaculates, they said it's the same. The same. I can't think of the word, but basically it's the same. It's equivalent to getting. I forgot the word though, but it's equivalent to actually making $10,000.
Oh, it's the same endorphin release.
Yes, as making $10,000. Like, They
Well,
put a number
10,000
on it. They put a number on it.
10,000 what dollars? 10,000 1950s dollars. You could buy a house for $12,000 in 1950. I'll say this and I'll close. This is the thing, ladies, you have to understand about the JJ. It's not that it's still as good as it used to be. It's just now it has more competition. Back when I was young, all it had was Pong. Remember Pong, the video? Doot, doot. Now, have you seen Call of Duty? Wow. It's got big competition. So you have to understand that you can't use it like you used to. You got to lead with peace, ladies. Lead with peace. Don't fuck up the skybox. Lead with peace.
God, yeah. I'm gonna call him tomorrow. I'm gonna call him tomorrow and be like, you know,
him tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll call him. I mean, we're still good friends. We kick it once in a while on the phone and whatever. Look, I still got somebody that I used to date in '88 that still tries to holler at me till this day. So trust me.
88? That's 36 years.
He sent me the picture that I gave him when I signed it in the back and sent it to me. He was like, I still hold on to this. I'm gonna actually put it on my community on Thursday for Throwback Thursday. So I know this was since '88. I don't remember. I was a kid. I was in 8th grade.
Is he a good dude now?
Yeah, he's pretty. Yeah. Mhm.
Where does he live?
North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Wow.
Everybody, girl, you're gonna have to move.
See, like
Grace.
Go ahead.
I think you have a warm spirit. I think you're a great person. And I wish happiness for you. But if you want to catch fish, you got to go where they bite. Okay.
You're right.
Okay.
Because it ain't here in Georgia.
Okay.
And you're empty.
I'm in Georgia. What? It just depends on where you go. It depends on where you go.
30 something. That Ron Mack. Oh, that ain't your lady behind you. I ain't gonna be disrespectful. But,
Is she gone now? But you know,
okay.
you know, I'm
Let me
married.
tell you something. At 30 something, he can fuck all weekend on a Snicker and a banana.
Yeah, but it's not all about that, Uncle. Because I'm 49. I need more than just that.
Okay, I said more than that, but you do need. There ain't nothing wrong with a baby calf now, is it?
Potassium and chocolate is crazy.
Potassium and chocolate. Okay, you know what a baby calfing is, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, there ain't nothing wrong with a baby calf.
I don't know what that is.
You don't know what a baby calf? Okay, Alicia, this is when the man put it on you so tough. When you get up to go to the bathroom, you walk like a baby calf, like a newborn baby calf.
Legs buckling.
Legs buckling. Get you.
So y'all have
newborn calf. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with baby calving.
Thank you for sharing.
Wow. Somebody said I'm still the same height that I was in the 8th grade. Wow. Some dude. Damn. That's all right. But guys, thank you for coming. Actually, my show on Thursdays, the last show for men's health awareness, is about ED. Okay. And you would be surprised to learn how young these men are getting ED due to social media, porn, and the addiction of porn. So come check out that show, because ladies, you need to learn what's going on with your man's penis. Okay, and you men need to stop being so scared of going to the doctor. Okay, Thursday at 8:30 p.m.
This coming Thursday.
This coming Thursday, we're talking about ED, because you know what? A lot of women don't understand it, and a lot of men don't like to go to the doctor. And now we having sexless marriages unnecessarily.
I'll try to get there. I got some bad news for the men. Horrible news that they don't want to hear. But I know exactly what the ED problem is and how to solve it.
My man said he could solve it. Y'all better come Thursday night. That man said he could solve it. I don't know how.
I'm 59 and my dick gets so hard a cat can't scratch it.
Lord, with that Black David, bring us out, because the cat got to go over for a walk tonight.
Oh, shit, bro.